Swear be the truth, that's what they say.
She go for anything, yo, the bitch go for. Who got the work? Scale it up, what it go for? Bitch, where you at? Bring that mouth here. I'm in the streets with a check, bitch, I'm out here. I got dope, I got crack, what you tryna do? My partner got the pills pharmaceutical. I dropped the sunroof, I'm just tryna let the car air. I'm smoking all gas, you just smoking all air. Yo, bitch on me bad, feel like I'm a ball player. All this trap money, feel like I'm a ball player. I spread them niggas like the phone, cause they out there. You don't fuck with Freddy, fuck them all well. You square, plus you salty, you a cracker nigga. Hope I with no safety, better back up nigga. Draco, you in your backup nigga. My shit was cold-blooded like a reptile, yes sir. Dropping off the top rope like a wrestler, yes sir. All up in your house, said I'm the GOAT. Ride around with the dope, I'm a chauffeur. All these sticks in here, what I'ma lock the doors for. She go for anything, yo, the bitch go for. Who got the work? Scale it up, what it go for? Scare me up, I'm a whole 1,008 grams. Moonwalking with the dope, make it Space Jam. You know time, make money, I can't waste a damn. Don't play around by that money, lay him face down. You already know what the fuck. Don't know about the motherfucking move. He ain't playing around about that. Chill up. I come out no socks too, nigga.
Swear be the truth, that's what they say. Not be said to.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Man, we back in the area.
Kevin, this is nice.
We back in the area, man. Back with another live for the day, man. We got two topics we're gonna get into. Y'all make sure y'all get in here, hit the like button. We're starting the show right after this song right here. Shout out to Boss Man Blake. Shout out to Kusha K for the intro.
I put a load in her mouth, she the first to spit. Jumped in the whip, then I'm back to business. Been a couple corners just to find a bitch. I do my dirt dolo, I don't ride with witness. Cause these niggas homo, they be lying and snitching. I be tired of these niggas, never let them ride with me, nigga. I don't need a pussy nigga.
Shout out to Turan.
I need a thick bitch, that's what they gotta.
Shout out to Mojo.
I don't want a pussy nigga calling me nigga.
Shout out to Christopher Perkins.
But I don't want a bitch that's gonna be stalking a nigga.
Y'all share the content. It always helps out. And if you catch the replay, make sure you hit the hype button, man. Help your boy get into the algorithm. Don't be a hater all your life. Shout out to everybody who's checking it out on Rumble. Shout out to everybody who's checking us out from Facebook. If you're watching the replay.
These instrumentals like a smoke that gas, I got the munchies. Off top, hey, please don't be eggy. Bitch, I'm chillin', I'm coolin' on the attic. Please don't blow it unless you blowin' like beep, beep, beep on the dick like a horn. Hey, shawty like skin and a pussy look orange. Shawty is a freak like them bitches in them prawns. Even though she look good in a booty bed, shawty pussy deep, you can fit 6 arms. Boy, you better ring the alarm. Co-ed, we done ran through it like a dorm. So many niggas done been up in this bitch, man, it look like children of the corn. Some of this shit she do not know. Hey, spread them legs like Grey Poop pun. Her booty still big like 2 big puns. I run up in it, pussy like run for his run. Hey, polo on my feet, bitch, grapefruit punt. Got a plug on the kicks, these will come out in a month. I pull me a chick, nigga dressed like a monk. She see these pockets on thick like lumps. She know I get money like the first of the month. Hey, tell you nigga chill, you'll be back in a month. Cause you're not the type that a nigga really want. All I want you to do is lick the D like a blunt. Y'all pussy niggas can't walk in my shoes. Couldn't get my chick, couldn't get my man, couldn't get my freak, couldn't get my boo. Cause I hit it like an animal, bitch, I'm from the zoo. Cause down there like a sneeze, I'm blessed, I got you. I'm kicking niggas' asses dressed like Ryu. Bust your head open, see the Pyru. Red, lost his head, lost his dreads. Put on the bed, lost his back, lost his front, lost his arms, lost his leg. You heard what I said, ain't no play, cause we ain't playing. Georgia boys, Georgia men. 100 nigga, you ain't even on the scale of fucking 1 to 10. As a matter of fact, I'm cool like this, I'm cool like that. Bitch, I'm lit, bitch, I'm 5. Accurate, nigga, your pocket sitting on patches. Woo, take your breath, asthmatic, jump, crisscross, knocking your pants backwards. Oh, you don't dance, pow, he big dabbing. Get on these tracks, lean with it, I'm big snapping. Don't forget I'm international, I'm big mapping. Cap flew in the air like he graduated. Boom, boom, beat the beat up, call that masturbating. The bitch ass nigga done dilated, he violated, decapitate him. Swag City BTBG.
Damn, K man, you could have saved me something. Shit, nigga.
Shout out to the music, man. Shout out to the intro music, man. How y'all doing, man? We back in the area with another live. We're going to do this kind of, we're going to try to get this in, within 2 hours. I ain't going to try to hold it up too long. Hopefully y'all can enjoy what we're putting down on this live. Y'all tap that like button, man. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. So let me get a little share of the content real quick, man. Just in case anybody want to come check out some non-drama content. I know that's a hard thing to do over here in this sector. That's why we're trying to break out of it. So let's get into it, man. So earlier today, we did a live, and if you didn't catch it, man, you can catch it. You can catch the replay of it. We covered a lot of the testimony from the lemon pound cake, as we like to call it, trial. This is the trial of freedom of speech, man. Because freedom of speech is being challenged in this world nowadays, especially in the rest of the world, but it's starting to come to America, it seems like. Because, yeah, we know we can say whatever we want, but there are consequences to what you say sometimes. We learned that from just YouTube, dealing with the situation between Gilbert Arenas. Well, not really between Gilbert Arenas, but between Kenyon Martin and Uncle Suge. So we're going to start with the Uncle Suge part of this show. And we're going to show that, sometimes you can't always just say whatever you want to. Because if you're working for somebody and you say something and they get offended, then it could cost you possibly your job. Now, in this situation, that was not the case. That was not the case at all. I don't think Uncle Suge lost his job, but it did cause a controversial situation that has gone viral. Now, yesterday I gave my opinion about this situation with Kenyon Martin, Uncle Suge. Uncle Suge had made some comments a couple of years ago, and I believe that it was before he got onto the show, but I think Suge said he had just started working on it, or something like that, something of that nature. But one thing that I thought was a kind of a real type of move is I seen Gilbert Arenas today. He came on his platform and he spoke on this situation. So I'm going to react to Gilbert Arenas coming on his own platform, without the other guys, and speaking on this situation, because a lot of people that were looking at this situation from all of the outside looking in, we seen all the major YouTubers, especially in the sports sector, give an opinion about this. And a lot of them were thinking that Suge had made those comments recently, which it would make people like, hold on, how you gonna work for somebody right now and you want to talk trash behind their back when they're not around? And that was the impression that they, was given off when Kenyon Martin played that video and had to confront Suge about the situation. It made it look like, it was something that recently happened. And Suge came on the YouTube and cleared that up. I mean, not Suge, I'm sorry. Gilbert Arenas came on YouTube and cleared that up. So we're going to take a look at that real quick before we get into most of the major things that went on with Afroman and his trial. So let's start right there. Now, I don't think I should have to, yeah, it's viral. It's viral for sure. Yeah, it's definitely viral for sure. So I want to start with Gilbert Arenas speaking on that situation, and we'll go from there. Because, like I said, I've seen other podcasts that, have, a big following, guys that used to be on all kind of other podcasts like Shady McCoy. I seen what's the guy named Ocho. I've seen Jason Whitlock speak on it. I've seen every major, sports analyst speak on this situation. I haven't seen Stephen A. Smith speak on it yet. But everybody was under the impression, hey, this is a guy that's working for them. Why would you go and speak that way of him? Even if you felt that way, I mean, this is your employer. But once Gil kind of cleared things up, and I'm glad Gil did this because it actually gave Suge a voice from his employer. So this is why he still has this job, because Gil spoke up for Suge. So let's listen to it. Let's see what he had to say. Fair use, man. Gil, you know we good, man. Like I said, I used to just troll you. I ain't really had no problem with you. It was just trolling. So don't be having no smoke with me and flagging my shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with you. I actually respect what you do. So let's get it. I'm going to speed this up just a tad bit because, we got a lot of content to go through. So shout out to Gil, man, for clearing this up.
I can't comment on stuff like that.
The last time we talked, you were coming out of a fire, and then today you're coming out of another fire. And
Who coming out of fire?
So whoever it is that he talking to, he said last time we talked, you came out of a fire. I think the last time they talked, it was about that Fed situation. So Gil done start going with the Vlad type style. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that Vlad type style where you have a dude that you can't see talking to you? I might need to try that. Yeah, I might need to try that, man. Have somebody that you can't see talking to you, asking you questions, so, kind of throw you the alley-oop so you ain't got to just, run your mouth. You can actually have somebody that give their opinion back and everything like that. That ain't a bad idea. I'm trying to get my screen right, man. Just make it look nice. All right, here we go.
Like a firefighter?
No,
Oh, yeah. No, wait. When you say me coming out of fire, I ain't coming out of nothing.
proximity to.
Yeah, but the best thing about proximity is I got a suit on. Got a firefighter suit on.
Okay.
Anti-burn. No.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And like I say, man, there's been a whole bunch of viral moments over there on the Gilbert Arenas show. I don't know if they try to do it or just the way that they move, stuff just happened to happen. Like, for example, Rashad has been the talk of the show lately because, he's coming off as, kind of arrogant. He's been challenging, guys to fights, but then, kind of changes his mind. He's made comments that's, made highlights and everything. We'll see moments where, guys get confrontational, or at least it seems like, we'll think that they're being confrontational, that there's drama going on, but these guys are figuring it out and they're still working together. So, if it was that serious, they wouldn't be working together still. A lot of people says that, Kenyan Martin is kind of like the adult in the room. He don't do a lot of joking around and all that stuff like that. So, we expect, him to be a certain type of way also.
I didn't know what to say. You can't tell a man how to respond, right? That's one thing you can't do, when they feel a certain way, right? Whatever actions you put, if that person wants to respond, that person wants to respond. So, there's just details in it where, the video itself, where the guy was saying it, he wasn't actually working with us yet, with Gil's Arena. He was reading comments, and so this was a few years ago. So he was reading.
Oh, this isn't recent.
Yeah,
This isn't recent.
It wasn't recent. It was pushed to Kenyon like it actually was recent.
Okay.
But
And Gil played this like a G, because he could have easily said, man, this bitch ass Kwame Brown the one sent the nigga the video. Y'all already know we got smoke. And, he doesn't like Suge. Him and Suge was beefing before I even came to YouTube. And you know, I hired him because he was talented. So, you know, he could have threw that out there, but he didn't. So respect to him for not doing that. I think he's trying to, you know, ignore Kwame, because that's all Kwame been wanting is just a man to, you know, give him some attention. Yeah, and Pig Cino.
But it wasn't a recent thing. He wasn't on the staff, and I guess he was like defending me in a sense, and he was reading comments and going off the comments, and then he said that about Kenyon.
And also, he was reacting to a guy that's always on the panel with Kwame, and it was their whole plot to continuously try to send all of these videos to Gil to try to get them to fire the guy that Gil hired. But the guy that Gil hired, he hired him because his dad, Gil's dad, was an avid watcher of Suge. So he, you know, like, hey, I like this guy. You know what I'm saying? So Suge took Gil took kind to Suge. He didn't give a fuck that he was disrespecting the fuck out of Kwame. Kwame was disrespecting the fuck out of Gil's father. He was disrespecting the fuck out of Gil's mother. But he goes and make a video today crying about the guy that Gil hired talked about his mama. He back to being a victim after he just tried to sabotage a man's job, then try to give a Martin Luther Kwame speech about how, yeah, if you do something on YouTube, you're going to lose your job. But he cried when people were calling his brother's Goodwill job. I mean, such a fucking hypocrite, man. It's fucking sad that people like that have a voice. It's sad because they're disruptive of the black community, if you ask me. But it's great that Gil is clearing this up, because from the outside looking in, people are thinking that this situation just happened. It's after Kenyon that invited the man to his house and all that stuff like that. Then Suge went to talking shit about him. That's not how it happened. It was before the man even started working with Kenyon. And we all speak on people as a content creator, especially if they're a public figure. And yes, we're going to tell our real feelings. And I showed y'all that video yesterday from Poetic Flacco. Shout out to him. Where he pulled up the video where Kenyon spoke on. It was a very sensitive subject to him about his stuttering problem, especially as a kid. So when they were getting the show started, Gil had kind of already told Suge, yeah, I'm going to start working with you a little bit, this and that. And Kwame and Kwame and Carcino was trying to make a point of, man, Gil don't even need to be running no show, man. He too stupid to run the show. They need to be letting Kenyon run the show and this and that. And Suge like, well, this is a man that can't even talk. He admitted that. Well, he hadn't probably seen Kenyon talk a lot. I don't know. I don't want to speak for him. But he gave an opinion. He ain't called a man out his name or nothing like that. He just gave an opinion. We all do that. You know, these guys they want you to get fired for something you said before you met somebody, before you start working with them. And then when he said that, when he actually met the man, he apologized. What, no hard feelings? And Kenyon shouldn't have took that with no hard feelings. Because, I mean, I can't speak for Kenyon, but, like, dude, come on, you got to lighten up, bro. You can't be so serious, oh, such a knockdown man, nobody could talk about you. You starting to look like Kwame, bro. I'm just keeping it real, bro. Like, yeah, we know you're hard. We know you'll beat up any nigga that ain't, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, bro. Y'all need to get that shit out your mind that the way to test your manhood is who you can beat up. Who you bigger than. Like, y'all niggas, y'all pathetic, bro, at this point in time. Like, having all these sensitive, but you so sensitive for somebody to say something about you that you don't even know. And then if you get to know that person, you'll know that they joke around, whatever like that. Come on, bro.
Okay.
And then after the fact, he met Kenyon when he came and started working for the company and stuff like that, and him and Kenyon became good. So, you know, the people who held on to it, you know, been, you know, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to get it to Kenyon. And then, you know, I guess.
And those people was Kwame Brown, pretty much. Kwame Brown and Carcino. Two little coochie ass motherfuckers that, you know, they were getting their feelings hurt. And the two coochie motherfuckers, they trying to go around and, you know, trying to fuck up something that somebody worked for.
Since it came, you know, to light, like, oh, we have the video. And then that's when he tried to apologize to Kenyon. So but since Kenyon never seen it, he just like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. Now, you know, he's seeing it, and you know, so now he thinks, oh yeah, I had you in my house, I had you in my family, my kids, you know. So it's one of those things where it's like, well, no, and it was before, and I had to check, you know, because you know my dad, you know, watches all that down below level content where they down there beefing.
Yeah, see, he's admitting his daddy go watch that shit. His daddy is a fan of Suge. Say down below content. Damn, Suge, I mean, damn, Gil, that's what you call us now? We the down below content? You used to be down below down here with us, man. Come on, man. We ain't the down below content, bro. That's Kwame. Just say Kwame name, bro. Don't put all of down below. Just say, man, nah, that's that nigga. No, I get why you don't want to say his name. You don't want to get that nigga no goddamn shine. I get it, but goddamn. Yeah, he talking about, everybody know the people from over here, we know he talking about Kwame, but the world doesn't know. Damn, that nigga called us down below content. Oh, man. But like he said, his dad watches us, you know what I'm saying? Well, he at least watches Suge, and he used to. And his dad, like, man, nah, I was there. You know, it wasn't like that. And I'm pretty sure Gil went to Kenyon and said, hey, man, check it out, bro. That was some old shit, bro. It wasn't that. And that's why the man ain't getting fired like Kwame and Carcino over there preying on. And all the other haters are preying on. Because they know the context of it. You can't just throw some shit out there and hope that they go by what the public say. Y'all niggas goofy. But the way that Suge handled it, you know, it kind of, you know, it helped out. Because it's starting to look like most of the audiences that I'm seeing that's reacting to it, most of them are taking Suge's side. So this little play that Kwame and Carcino set in motion, it's actually helping Suge. People are starting to come and look at him and, you know, you giving him a notoriety that, you know, you didn't even know you was going to give him. You're trying to make him look like a punk. You're trying to make him look like some, you know, guy that disloyal and all that. And the same with Kenyon. You trying to point out to the whole world, this is what this loyalty look like. This is what this and that look like. No, nigga, you should have talked to that man, bro. You should have had a conversation with that man and got the context of that shit. But he got that kind of Kwame Brown, you know what I'm saying, sensitive syndrome where you just, you know, a dude talk about you and now you just feel like you got to try to, or because you don't agree with somebody and you know you got the upper hand on them because, you know, you in a better position as an NBA player and you want to look down on somebody. And I'm pretty sure those owners and them billionaires and stuff, you won't play with them like that. But that's just my opinion, and that's like just real shit. I'm hoping my words don't get played back in 10 years and I got a job and nigga remember what you said about me back then? I'm like, damn, bro, I couldn't give my opinion. You know what I mean? Let niggas eat out here, man. I ain't gonna call, you know, BAN or I ain't gonna talk about nothing sensitive, but come on, bro. Y'all can't censor the world. Come on, bro.
You know, doxing each other, recording, they, you know, edit to make it look certain ways. So my dad was like, no. I watched that episode because I was like, ooh, wait, whoa, you know, and, you know. So he was, you know.
Okay, I gotta check in.
My pop said, hey, no, it was not near. He was this when he was living here.
Yeah. Okay.
I was confused. Like, you know, when he started saying had a family, we all looking like had a family. I was around the kids. I was around the family. Like, who's he talking about? What we do?
So they didn't even know that Kenyon was gonna do this. So, like I said yesterday, I thought it could be a play, but I could be wrong. And the more I'm hearing them, I'm like, okay, maybe I was wrong about it being a play that Gil knew about. And even Chrissy O was like, nah, it wasn't no play. Gil ain't gonna play like that. Not on his big channel. You know what I mean? But I do think they could have, they could have spoke up for Suge, but I think they just wanted it to be over and not make it too much longer than it actually was.
I think what's that Tyra Banks thing? Raise your hand if you were afraid. I was afraid watching it live. I'm taking notes for the day.
Mm-hmm. I dropped
my top. I said, hold on, what did I do?
Yeah, we was all like, and when you start reading it, everybody's like, oh, it wasn't me. Okay, cool. I mean,
hey, I wonder if this FYF Sports that's giving him this interview, because I know FYF Sports works with him too. Shout out to him. He came up, showed some good encouragement. I bet shit. Now that nobody knew, I bet everybody in the staff was around there like, hold up, oh shit, who this nigga talking about? Somebody that work here? And I know probably should be like, oh shit, I know this nigga talking about me. I knew this day was coming someday. Well, no, matter of fact, he probably was just as shocked because he was like, hold on, I've been apologized to this nigga. So I can imagine the shock effect. It probably was the same type of shock effect I had when Kwame got mad at me when him and Gil was on the panel and Gil talked about Kwame getting punked in the locker room and explained it. And I was like, okay, Gil, if you're trying to get me to know understand what you're talking about, I understand what you're talking about. And then when Kwame went off and started acting like a coochie, and I was shocked. And that's why I tried to hold my composure, because I could have been just went off like, man, stop acting like a bitch, nigga. But I tried to keep it respectful, thinking that we can talk like men. But certain niggas, they want to look like men, but they don't want to act like men. You get what I'm saying? They want to tell you all the shit men do and all that, but they can't have a conversation like men. They think being a man is you got to go out and goddamn kill each other and beat each other to death and all that, not have a conversation and come to a conclusion. They want to look like tough guys because they feel like, oh, you supposed to bow down to me. I'm the athlete here. I'm the one that made the most money. That means there's a pecking order.
You know, at that point, we didn't care what was happening, long as it wasn't us. It's kind of like this side of the room. Because I was sitting like, I don't remember saying anything, but who knows? And then he called somebody else in. I'm like, oh shit, is he like gonna like second it? and then they started reading. And I'm like,
I knew things were good.
Huh?
I knew things were good because he never stood up. If Kenyon would have stood up, that's when I was gonna be like, oh man, okay, hold on now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, man, and I could be wrong, and I'm not trying to, instigate shit or nothing like that. But Suge didn't look scared to me. I believe if Kenyon would have got mad, stood up, wanted to fight, I think Suge would have squared up. If Kenyon would have said, I want to fight this and that, I think he would have squared up. Because, I mean, if you lose a fight to an ex-professional athlete, you don't lose no points. Now, if you let a nigga just smack you and you don't try to do nothing, then, yeah, like, nigga, you're a bitch. But if you lose a fight to somebody bigger than you and at least you fight back, what I learned as a man, as long as you stood up for yourself and you gave your best, that don't make you a bitch because you lost a fight to a nigga that's bigger than you. And to the nigga that's bigger than you, if you think that makes you more of a man because you beat up somebody way smaller in physique than you, then you kind of just, you just trying to be a bully. Why don't you tell him to go get somebody of your stature to fight for you or something, since you that big of a guy? You know what I'm saying? That's why they have weight classes in boxing and in UFC. Y'all niggas like to fight so much, nigga, go get in UFC or something. Go get in boxing. Stop running around here trying to jump on niggas smaller than you. And I'm not talking Kenyan Martin in particular. I'm just talking about all these niggas that always like to talk about fighting all the time. Niggas that get past I say past 35, all that fighting shit out the window, man. You have, especially if you have a job and all that shit out the window, man. Stop all that bullshit. I always want to fight and shit.
Yeah, you know, I was more afraid then. Like, you calm and just sitting down, like you have no fear, like there's nothing. Like, if you, I did it, and then just ran off. You know, he didn't worry about none of that. But
oh, so they was worried about if Suge was gonna squirrel that nigga. I mean, because if Suge was really, really scared, that's what a scared nigga would have did. Nigga would have stole your ass. Shit, bow, nigga, ran up out of that bitch. You never see him again. You got to come find me. But that man, Suge held his own. He didn't want to, you ain't going to throw away a golden opportunity. That'd be dumb. That'd be too emotional. So, Suge held his emotions, and even though it was a humiliating situation. But not everybody going to look at it as like, oh, you a punk or something like that just because you did the right thing. You made a financial decision.
It
is what it is.
It's just, I haven't talked to, George, but I remember when George, not when he said it, but when it started coming back up, I'm like, yo, hey. And then I was like, well, you're around Kenyon now. You gotta let him know.
Exactly. So everybody knew that Gil knew. Like, okay, yeah, I heard the shit, but hey, you gonna have to let him know.
It's one of those things. So he did try to apologize to Kenyon. I guess Kenyon didn't know what he's talking about, so the apology really didn't mean anything. I guess that's.
But that's not Suge's fault. If a man try to apologize to you about something you don't know about, and then you blow it off, but then later on you hear it, and now your ego is involved. Man, come on, bro. That's not a good look. Respectfully, it's not a good look. And this is just ears talking. Nobody give a fuck what I'm saying. As long as I ain't got 100,000 people watching me or 1 million people watching me, these niggas don't care what you say about them. But if you say something and a lot of people see it, that's when they start caring. And I get it.
I can't comment on stuff like that. I can't intervene on things like that because it's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know your conversations you guys had. I don't know your relationship you guys had. All I can do is, hey, as long as ain't nobody trying to throw no punches, if you got to get it off your chest, And then, when I was driving home, I was thinking like, did he have to do it on Gil's Arena?
Now, this is what let me know, like, okay, it probably wasn't a play. Because Gil is starting to look at his the Gilbert Arena show as a business. It is a business. Multi-million-dollar business. And you don't want to be the show that's known for violence and, dumb shit all the time. They're trying to be a serious sports show. A sports show that can compete with Sports Center and, all of these sports commentators and stuff. So you don't want to base your shit off of miscellaneous drama. Even though they talk they trash a little bit and that spices up the shit that it does get heated up there. But sitting here trying to fight staff members and shit, that's not a good look. It's not a good look.
And then it's like, well, if this entity did it live, how can I say you can't do it live? No matter the audience. Like, you know what I mean?
I didn't see a problem with that. People thought that there was like, oh, why would he do this on? I'm like, come on now. It makes sense. It makes sense.
You put it like this. I can't say it was wrong. I can't say it was right. Like, I'm really on the fence of this. Like, it's like, okay, his was live. Okay, 100 people, right? No one's seen this, right? You know, it's just those guys clipped it and kept it, right? So, you know, you could address it on YouTube, could address it, but if you decide.
Right, he could have just addressed it on his own personal page, just like we heard him address like the responses. Because we've heard Kenyon come on his own page and address it and say things. So why he couldn't have just went on his own IG, on YouTube or whatever, like, man, I don't want to do this on Gil's Arena show because it's a sports show. But there's a guy on there. Here, let me play this video. And he could have played it and addressed the man on his own time. You know, not jeopardize the company. Because what if Suge would have took that the wrong way? And I know y'all could have clipped it out, but there's a lot of people, y'all was live. So if Suge would have said, nigga, fuck it, I'm about to be famous, nigga, and socked the shit out of that nigga and got the fuck up out of there, man, this shit would have been a bigger story. I ain't lying. I mean, so you don't know how a man gonna react when you do stuff like that. You know?
I to address it here. I can't say, well, hey, that's fucked up. I can't. That's, you know, that's not my place. That's what I said. I can't tell you how to react on something.
Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. If I make a clip about you, and you see it, and then you want to bring it to me, let's not do it while we're doing the recording. Let's do it offline.
Well, the difference between that is, motherfucker, you get to edit. That's the difference. You get to edit out, so you ain't really got to worry about it.
I'll leave it in. Fuck it.
I'll leave it in. Put my chest up.
Yeah.
No, but you know what it is. I don't know if it got clipped out.
It did, but by the time it happened,
well, then it's dumb. It's worthless to us now. In the sense of this, what happened was real. It was a real thing, real emotions, right? Real reactions. Why would you take it off of our platform from us getting 600,000-700,000 views and everybody else is going to get it?
Yeah. I wonder who clipped it out of there. I don't know if Suge was the one that clipped it out. I don't know who clipped it out. But whoever clipped it out, when they clipped it out, they gave the power to a person like Self-Talk. And this is not a diss at Self-Talk or anything, but they gave the power to the Self-Talks, the Poetic Flacos, all the content creators to make it their original content. And they got paid off of that. But the Gil Arena show, they didn't get paid off of it. Yeah, it brought attention to them, but for all the wrong reasons.
Right, so now we're editing true feelings. Yeah. Right? One man felt hurt, the other man is feeling. I'm sorry, I tried. Even though you didn't see it, I still tried to make it right. Something I did when I wasn't here. I didn't know you. We've never met. Right? I judged you. I made fun of you. And then when I got to know you, like, oh hell, shit. This is a good dude. I'm trying to make it right. So.
And with Gil coming on here and being honest about the situation, because Gil didn't have to do this, but this is some real shit that he's coming and clearing it up for Suge. So for the people who were looking at Suge like, man, you're a snake ass dude, I'm pretty sure most of those people are, walking that back and like, oh, okay, this changes my perspective. That's Kenyon being too sensitive. Damn, bro, how many times a man got to apologize? And all you had to do is look at it from the first time, and y'all could have got rid of it. Y'all could have handled this 2 years ago. Whether you fired the man, whether y'all got over it, became friends, or you just decide you don't never want to be around the guy, why wait till now? So I can see where it probably aggravated Gil. And it probably aggravated the rest of the cast members. Like, bro, come on, bro. You mad about some shit that you're not even going through no more. It's not like you got a stuttering problem now.
Oh, that's real. That's a real situation.
And for what it's worth, I think it now looks worse than I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know if he's gonna be there tomorrow or not. He probably will be, but it looks worse than what it would be now, simply due to the fact that 10 seconds after the show finished, it was cut out. So. I don't know, man. It is what it is. What's the weather like over there?
It was hot. It was hot. Woo!
Yeah, I bet that did make the whole show uncomfortable. Cause I can imagine Suge going back to work after that, especially after Nick tried to throw in that little bit. Man, go on, get the fuck out of here. You know, like I know Suge wanted to be like, bro, what you got to do with this shit, bro? Why you jumping in this shit? Why y'all niggas ain't just speak up and tell the man y'all been knew about this shit? Y'all could have been talked to him about this. You could have been told him that was some old shit. Y'all could have stuck up for me right here. Gil could have stuck up for him right there. But, I mean, I think this is a better way, you know, kind of let it pan out, let it get over with as soon as possible because it only took like 7 minutes. But, yeah, it made the whole scene awkward. And I'm pretty sure when Suge come to work, you know, probably the staff members are, you know, once they hear, you know, everything in context, they probably like, oh, okay. Nah, we don't think bad about Suge because he's a good guy. He's been a good guy for 2 years. We got to know him. Now, if it would have happened when nobody knew each other 2 years ago, that probably would have been a problem. Because it gives a person a chance to steer a narrative and try to paint you out as some kind of hater or something like that. But now that they see that Suge ain't a hater, he's been cool with everybody. So, you know, like FYF Sports came up and said, man, you know, we know you didn't mean it like that, you know. So, you know.
Listen, I drop my Kenyon every day. Oh, shit.
I'm talking literally about in LA.
Literally, it was hot in there. If he was there, you would have known it was hot.
Oh, my God.
Because that little bit of context, man, shout out to Gil for, you know, putting everything in context, you know, so people can stop just making lives and stuff and stop just making it like, you know, that man was trying to be malicious. So let's take a look at how, you know, people are starting to look at it now that they know the truth. A lot of people reacted before they knew the actual truth. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to go back and react again after the fact that they know the truth. Because Gil, that little clip right there, 9-minute clip, that probably gave Suge a lot of relief.
Damn.
So let's hear a big name, Jason Whitlock. He has 579K subscribers. They're going to react to this video after they heard what Gil said. So let's see what the perspective changed when it comes to sports analysts now. Because like I say, this is a viral thing now.
Young, I would pipe down big time because Kenyon put a clown suit on everybody. I don't know if you guys have seen this clip, but he took one of Gilbert Arenas' employees and I guess his employees to task. Oh, and again, I haven't quite figured out the timeline when the guy put the video together that made fun of him, when the guy tried to apologize to him. But Kenyan Martin brought the guy on camera and gave him 20 to 30 lashes. The guy said his name was Toby several times, and Master P would not quit with the whip. Let's play the clip.
One of the people.
And I don't know why Jason Whitlock get up there with these white people and, you know, try to treat everybody like it's some slavery shit. Them white folks got to be feeling some type of way.
People that works here that we see daily, and I brought this person into my home. Hey, Suge, come here. No, you tried to apologize. So when I brought you into my home, this how you felt?
No, I apologize.
Huh? No, but so this how you felt when I brought you into my home and I had you around my wife and kids?
No, that's not how I felt.
So what did you go out your way when someone is showing me love in the moment? You go out your way to disrespect me. So this is what disloyalty and people who don't respect you look like, y'all.
This was totally unnecessary, though. That part right there was totally unnecessary. And look at how Suge looking at this nigga like, bruh. I think Suge looking at this nigga like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? You might be taller than me. You might have more stamina, I don't know. But, bruh, I probably can, you know what I'm saying? I probably could stand toe-to-toe with you, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at Suge like he's scared, because Suge looking the man dead in his eyes. He ain't, you know, stepping back. He ain't trembling. He ain't, you know, suppressing his words, but he is being respectful.
People like him.
Even though a nigga trying to little boy him in front of a massive crowd. And this, it looks weak. I ain't gonna lie. Not, you know, I'm not calling Kenyon weak, but I mean, bruh, it's a bad look.
Be careful who you invite into your home, who you have around your loved ones and your friends and family. This is what you get. People like this that talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. I have a speech impediment that everybody knows how I feel about this. Right? People that don't have a voice, they're able to speak up for themselves. This is what this is about. You don't tease something of someone I have no control over and think it's okay.
Let me get this out of the way. I like and respect Kenyan Martin. I'm not saying that as a joke. You used to appear on Speak for Yourself. Kenyon is a solid individual. Not perfect. Obviously, none of us are.
Yeah, he definitely made it look like Suge sneak dissed him after they became friends. And that's very misleading, bro. You ain't asked the man, so when did you do this? Because that would have been a question I would have asked. Like, so when was this, bro? Was this before I let you in my house and all that? Before, you know, all that? And at least let the man, you know, break it down.
But he's a solid individual. I'm not sure how I feel about how he handled this. And I know the young guy, or the guy, I don't think he's that young. He made a mistake. He tried to apologize.
Yeah, because I think Suge actually older than Kenyon. And he tried to talk to the man like he's 19 years old. And this is how this looks to Kenyon's peers, because it wasn't just them that commented on it, but you got all these people actually looking at the situation like, hold on, man, we supposed to be critical thinkers. We supposed to be men.
I get why Kenyon, he had a stuttering problem. I get why he's sensitive about that issue, and I certainly know how it feels like, man.
But look how the white people and the Asian people and the sophisticated brothers look at it. They be like, man, come on, bro. You making us as black people just look like some sensitive little girls, man. About your stuttering. See, this is why black people can't get ahead now. Y'all take the little smallest, little egotistic things and try to make it out to be, oh, this is what, you know, separates you from a man or not. No, it's not, bro. No, it's not.
I helped this person. I fed this person. I brought this person around my family, brought them in. People of Kenyon's age and older, bringing someone into your house has great significance to them. Great significance. And say maybe some younger people don't understand that significance, but I've got mixed feelings, so I really can't wait to hear you all's take. I'm going to let Dre go first.
And that's a great thing, man. Just hearing multiple people's opinion about this, because everybody that did give an opinion about this, especially these bigger platforms, I want to hear their opinion about it, man. I really did. Because, of course, over here in this sector, you know, we know it's going to be split. If you rock with that goofy over there, that big goofy, you're going to think one way. If you don't rock with them, you can, it's probably because you think for yourself. So the people who think for themselves, they be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't the move. And that's why none of these people even watch Kwame, because they think for themselves. Most people that think for themselves, they can't watch that nigga.
Several things here. First of all, Gilbert Arenas was clarifying that video that the producer made happened before he even was working on Gilbert Arenas' podcast.
Thank you, brother, for having critical thinking and listening when somebody else talks. See, this is what happened with brothers who have critical thinking. Hell, let me hear both sides.
That's number one. So this happened before the guy was working with Kenyon Martin. It wasn't after he was in his wife and kids' house. Secondly, Kenyon Martin, I actually like his existence on that show. I don't watch the show, but I see the clips all the time because he's the adult in that room. Gilbert Arenas is a class clown. Nick Young's a class clown. Rashad McCants, I don't know that much about his personality, but he's crowned himself an internet clapback guy, i.e. class clown. Gilbert Arenas is the only serious guy on the show. And what's the other guy?
Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon Martin, no, the guy from LA, the guard.
Brandon Jennings. You're right. You got people that like to clown around. Everybody knows Gil like to clown. Everybody know, Nick Young, he liked the clown. We've seen Rashad, hey, with the shit he does, sometimes you got to look at it like, bruh, you're a personality. So, sophisticated people, brothers like this that want to come on the show and he has on a suit and he, take pride in being educated and, stuff like that. I don't know who he is, but just from his appearance, I can respect that, especially a look from a black man. So, he's pretty much saying, I thought better of Kenyon as far as, being the adult in the room.
From a left-handed guy who played in Italy. No, the guy who played for the Milwaukee Bucks scored 55 points his first season. Brandon
Jennings.
Brandon Jennings. Yes. Kenyon Martin's the adult in that room. So I like his balance of energy with those other guys. However, this right here, this is overly sensitive black man energy. He used the word disrespect. The guy's not disrespecting you to make a joke about you on the internet when he didn't even know who you are. That's not.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And only immature people gonna be like, yeah, we'll fight. That's adolescent shit, man. Come on, bro. You ain't have to do that. You ain't have to get all unprofessional. You hold a certain respect.
It's not disrespect. Kenyon Martin took this way too seriously. And he said, you're making a joke about something that I can't control. And Kenyon Martin's been in locker rooms. That's all we do is joke about things that people can't control because that's their weak spot. And that's the thing we go after. If somebody's big, we make jokes about their size. You got.
Exactly. You grew up in the hood and you stuttered. You should have been got over that. If you grew up in the hood and you had a big head, you had ugly teeth, you got, whatever it is, bro. When you in competitive sports and you in a locker room, it ain't nothing but bullies. The biggest guys in there, a lot of times, they're the bullies. These, over testosterone type dudes. So stop acting like nobody ever picked on you before. You ain't beat up everybody in your life that done said something that you didn't like. We need to stop all this goddamn, we got to be tougher and bigger and harder and stronger and we got to beat up everybody that say something wrong about us. Nah, we ain't got to do all that, bro. Salute, Suge. Salute, Halim. So this guy, he's giving a very respectful opinion, man, of a critical thinker.
A big head, you make jokes about that. They have big teeth, you make jokes about that. People can't really control that. So yes, you do make jokes about those things. Now I get him having a stuttering issue. I didn't know he had a stuttering issue. He speaks pretty smoothly to me.
Nobody knew he had a stuttering issue. Even when Suge said it, because I seen it that day, I thought just Suge was just, having fun about the shit, like he can't even speak, this and that. I thought it was a joke. And I was like, well, they probably, he probably knows the guy. Because I know he's working with Gilbert Arenas. So, they probably joke around on each other. Hell, we all men. Like, when I played video games with my homeboy, we used to gamble or whatever. That's why we used to call each other wabbits and shit. We make fun of each other. That's what people do. And like Suge say, he was repeating what the chat was saying. And the people who don't know what was going on, and when you just put a little clip out there, people thinking that he said it on some podcast after he done been chilling with Kenyan Martin and all that and making him out to be some kind of snake. And like damn, Kenyon, why you ain't asked the man, hey, when did you do this? He could have played that video like, hey, when was this, bro? And let that man explain. And then when that man explained, bro, this was before I knew you. You know what I'm saying? I was repeating what was in my chat. I was talking, pretty much to another dude. I'm not making an excuse for it, but, as a content creator, we don't be feeling like we got a whole lot of time for people we don't know. But I've learned a valuable lesson. You know, I heard a clip where you said that, you know, you used to stutter a lot or whatever. So nobody wants a stuttering person to be the lead of the show. And they were trying to diss Gil, which was a person that gave me an opportunity. So I felt the need to try to defend Gil. Let a man explain themselves. Stop trying to, you know, trying to be the super big dog. You know what I mean?
But if he does, I understand that being a weak spot for him and maybe why his personality is how it is from the outside looking in. At the same time, for him to make such a big deal out of it, if you're the bigger man, you approach that smaller guy, so to speak, in private. You handle it in private as a man. You don't bring it on TV to make a show of, let me show you how I dress down this guy to prove a point. And he was on some other show talking to somebody. I saw the clip this morning. And the guy is basically egging Kenyon Martin on to basically take a round victory lap to talk about how, yeah, I had to show him and had to put him on Front Street for disrespecting me and making jokes about me when he was around my family, XYZ. This is a little bit too much. This is a little bit Russell Westbrook-y when he started getting mad about the West Brick and approaching fans at halftime. This is what this feels like here to me by Kenyon Martin.
And it's showing because it's not just Kenyon that we're seeing this type of stuff out of. We're seeing this out of a lot of athletes, man. Like the athletes that we grew up looking at, admiring and all that, we're seeing that a lot of these guys, they have some really sensitive egos. They're not who we think they are. We used to think Kwame Brown was this manly man and he, you know, he would know how to move and all that, and everybody saw themselves in him. But then we realized this guy can't take a joke. He's too sensitive. He's killed his whole YouTube career by being so sensitive, responding to every single thing every little small YouTuber got to say. We seen this out of other YouTubers, you know what I'm saying, as far as athletes. I'm like, damn, bro, y'all done made all this money and y'all just want every single person to love you and to not give their opinion about you, how you come off. Come on, bro.
This is an uncalibrated, disproportionate reaction to what happened.
We're going to show you.
So it's like, you know, especially as black men, because we got a long way to go to catch up in society. So like the way that we present ourselves to the world, we need to be aware of that, bro. Stop showing that we such weak individuals by, you know, doing shit like that to entertain a whole bunch of white folks. Look at the white folks on here, man. That shit, yeah, they might laugh their ass off when they at home with their family. Like, man, you see how these black guys treat each other? This is why they can't get ahead. They're not uplifting each other. They're trying to gatekeep. He's an NBA player. He's bigger than this man in stature. He's bigger than this man as far as money and all that stuff like that. Why try to prove to other people that this man is weak? Like this man ain't got a hard enough time just trying to, you know, get opportunity. We're watching all of these big time guys that's coming to YouTube and coming to the lanes of how normal people are feeding their family, and then trying to treat us like we ain't shit because they were good athletes. When we're doing shit with the God-given ability that we have, using our mind, using other talents. You use your talents to get where you was, allow us to use our talents, but you'll think because of your talent, that means you can step on my talent anytime you want to. And that's what's wrong with the black community. Every time one of us get ahead, we want to step on as many of the other ones as possible.
Cap.
Let me first just say shout out to Kenyon Martin, because this is a guy who played in the NBA, Jason, for about 10 or 11 years during LeBron James's tenure in the first part of LeBron's career. And Kenyon Martin is on the record multiple times as saying Kobe Bryant is, without question, the best player he has ever seen in person that he's played against. So Kenyon, big Kobe guy. Shout out to you, Kenyon.
Y'all see how the white folk look at it? They ain't even taking this shit serious. They'll use this as a chance to diss another nigga. Like, this is crazy. And like, I'ma just go with Kenyon because he like Kobe and I like Kobe. Black dude can't even say no shit like that, cause we'll be like, man, you a D-rider. You will go along, get along with. They won't say that to that white man though.
Much respect.
Thank you for taking that time to make this
and
about
with
Kobe.
that said, I think Dre.
Look at the Asian man. He laughing too. Like, y'all niggas. Yeah, man, let's have a little fun with y'all niggas. Y'all want to go viral about one NBA player trying to, you know, step on one of his staff members. Ha! Typical niggas. You got a show with all these NBA players on there, and the only how y'all can go viral is kicking each other in the ass. Go niggers. Like, that's how it look. And shout out to the brother over here. I don't know who he is. I'm pretty sure he plays some type of professional sport because he mentioned in the locker room. He's trying to represent for the brothers, not for the niggas. We got too many people repping the niggas. We need the brothers. The melanated brothers. We got enough niggas. We got too many niggas.
The little tidbit that he added does change my mind completely on this. Like, if that guy was on the show, working as part of the show, and Kenyon Martin had done something for him in some way, that he had been in Kenyon's house, et cetera, and then that video making fun of Kenyon Martin was made or produced by that guy, I would go ahead and co-sign that response by Kenyon Martin. But
so here's another critical thinker. Here's somebody looking from the outside in. And I am not saying he's racist or nothing, because I'm saying he probably looking at these niggas like y'all doing nigga shit. But you can't help yourself. When we see white people do something, we're like, hey, that's white people shit. Whether we might not be racist, but we're like, man, that's some white people shit. And he got to look at it the same way, man, that's some nigga shit. Now, true, if that man did that after they was friends and all that, anybody can say, everybody would say, damn, that nigga Suge is a snake. That's what everybody would say if we knew he did that while he had been hanging around this man at his house, because that's how Kenyon came off. Only the people that knew the truth didn't jump that bait. But everybody else is confused because as Suge trying to explain himself right now, I've been showed you that. And I apologize. And then when he said, I had you in my house, I put money in your pocket, and made sure to make it clear. No, I work for that, sir. Don't act like you just be giving me money and shit, you know. I invited you to my house 2 times for Thanksgiving. Yes, sir. That was after I apologized, right? That's after I came to you like I came to you. So that means you had the option of saying, let me look at this video and see what type of guy you is. Let me do my research on you before I bring you in my house. And then cool. You looked at the video, you didn't like it, you think the man piece of shit, whatever. Cool. Don't bring him to your house. You had that option. You chose to not even look. Oh man, I don't know. So you want Suge to be make another choice. Like, well, I don't think he forgave me because he brushed it off. Because when he said, man, I told you that. Well, I brushed it off. How I supposed to know you brushed it off? I can't read your mind. I'm thinking you saw the video, you forgave me, you're an understandable dude. You know what I mean? So, like, what changed between then and now?
the fact that it happened before the fact of them working together, in my estimation, that would have been handled better, just one-on-one off camera, obviously. So
even a white man would have treated Suge better. And that's what I mean. Niggas we treat ourselves worse than the damn white man. The white man wouldn't have even sat there and tried to bring him up. Hey, Suge, come up here. Now imagine if Kenyon, man, that just made me think of something. Imagine if Kenyon was a white man. The whole world would have ate his ass up. You talking about our brother like that? How you let a white man talk to you like that? This and that. But a nigga do it, and y'all, a lot of people laugh at it. You like the person that play basketball. Do men supposed to treat people like that? Do people just supposed to treat people like that? We all just talk shit sometimes if we don't know a person. How many times you done seen a person and they got a funny little lip or something? You're like, man, that big lip motherfucker over there. Then you go start having a conversation with that person and you realize this is a cool, down-to-earth, moral person. And then the lip kind of go away. But you'll make a prejudgment about somebody all the time. You could always make a prejudgment about somebody just from listening to from the outside. There's a lot of y'all probably just seen me before and say, damn, that's an ugly nigga or whatever. Probably heard a clipped up version of me cussing somebody out when they done played with my family member or something like. So you have an idea about somebody. And then you might come over here and we might be talking about something totally different. Like, oh, shit, that ain't the guy that, you know what I'm saying, was painted out. If somebody take you at a bad point in your life and try to clip that out and try to make it like that's you, everybody done had a point where if somebody just only clip that part out of you and showed everybody, they'll have an opinion about you without knowing you. And it's like, that's kind of seemed like the move right there, like to put that man out there like that. Now, you know, what he did is forgivable. And I think he's going to come out and apologize about how he handled that. I could be wrong. But he's going to get a lot of pressure from that, in my opinion. And you can't be mad because you could have made the choice of not doing it on the show, kind of like how Gil said. Why would you do that during the show, bro? I know you want to address some shit publicly the same way he did it publicly, but, you know, you're just taking advantage of the numbers. Because he could have went on his own YouTube channel or his own Instagram and did that same thing on his own time, and it was still got more views than what Suge did. So you would have addressed him the same way publicly. So I kind of felt Gil on that last video we watched when Gil was like, man, I was driving home like, man, why would he do that on the show? And Gil had to think about it like, damn, because it's bigger than us niggas that's watching him. He trying to compete with ESPN and all that. They won't do no shit like that on ESPN. You think Kenyon would have did that if he was on ESPN? Do y'all think he would have pulled that same shit if he was on ESPN and should work as the, you know, the producer staff and he heard something about him or whatever? You think he would have said, stop the show. Hey, y'all, fuck what we were about to talk about. Yeah, hey, staff member, come up here. What's this shit right here? They would have fired his ass. They would have fired his ass before the show was over. They wouldn't have gave a fuck what that staff member said about you. Because it's unprofessional. So why don't you take your homeboy shit just that professional? Because they got millions invested in this show. So that's why yesterday I was like, man, this got to be a play. I don't think nobody going to do no shit like that without, you know, letting the person that got all the investment in the show, let them know first.
I do agree that was an over the top.
But I do agree that Gil let it go because it got it over with quick. If Gil would have said something like, hey man, you know, I know he came and told you because I came and told you. Or that was before the what's name, but he said, like Gil said, he didn't really find out like when that happened and remember when it happened, because I know he got a billion things that happened since then. And his daddy reminded him. Shout out to Gilbert and daddy, because he's the real fan of Suge. That's what, you know what I'm saying. I know that for sure. I remember he used to say that he was really, he was a fan of Suge. Now that's the real behind the scenes connect for Suge, I believe. That's just my opinion. All right, hell, Lima, I'll see you next round. Get you some sleep.
response with those additional tidbits clarified by Dre.
Scap, let me go ahead and make you happy. How do you think Kobe would have handled that, Scap?
Kobe would not have done that on camera. I think there would have been some mind games deployed by him in some way that he would have held a grudge for the rest of his life.
Scap, just be quiet.
So Kobe would have held a grudge for the rest of his life. Boy, you may be lucky he wasn't working with Kobe. Shoot. Oh man, how you think Kobe would have handled that? But I've seen a lot of dudes speak on this situation. I seen Shady them speak on it. And like I say, they didn't have the information of that was before the man even started working with them. And if it wasn't before he started, it was definitely he had just started. But him and Kenyon hadn't met yet. They haven't had a relationship yet. That's the important part. It wasn't after the man that did all this, like everybody trying to map it out to be. And that's the big deception that you see Kwame and Sino trying to, push. That's their narrative. Them boys been going nonstop. Now the boy a victim. Oh, y'all talking about y'all liking the dude that talked about my mama. All these folks he done been supporting, talking about people, and this is why he try to throw rocks and hide his hands. This is why he need his little, his little minions. So he could go around here playing victim and trying to keep his neck on smaller YouTubers and people in his community. Use power to goddamn tear niggas down, not to lift nan nigga up. Unless you some fucking embarrassment to the black community. Those the only niggas he uplift is the embarrassing niggas to the black community. The Garricks, the goddamn Biz. All them goddamn loser ass niggas. His brother, DJ. Don't contribute shit to the economy. But some loser ass mindsets.
Steve, your thoughts here.
Well, I get the sense if Kim Jong-un says Kobe's the greatest player ever, Scap would wave a North Korean flag. And by the way, boy, he rocked the vote yesterday. Nearly unanimous. And who, by the way, I never knew he had a problem. He's always spoken pretty clearly to me. Very lucid. But there are things you say to people or about people that you don't know, that you don't once you get to know them and there's a bond that forms. And if this young man then said, hey, I'm sorry about that, then he tried to apologize, I think that makes it even worse. I kind of get what Kenyon's getting at, but based on what Dre added, my perspective changed a little bit, if not a lot. I do think it was over the top at that point.
Yeah, that additional information probably strengthens my instincts that Kenyon was wrong here.
And see, they'll say, oh, he just trying to tear down the black man. He get in front of the old white boys and say this and they say that. Like, I don't have to like 100% of what Jason Whitlock say, but shit, I can agree with a lot what he say. And I can take away what I don't agree with. But using, critical thinking, they'll say, oh, these reporters always talk shit about me, and then they'll start threatening violence and all that crazy shit like that. But it's just an opinion, bro. If you care about how you look, change how you move. A lot of people didn't think that was a good decision. I get it. If a nigga talk about me in private, he could talk about me in public. I get it. But you could have did that on your show, not on the job. Just like Suge did it on his show, he didn't do that on Gil's Arenas. You could have went on your own personal channel and did that, and a lot of people still could have seen it. It could have still went viral. It could have still showed your manhood. But at least it wasn't on the job. That was unprofessional at the end of the day.
And wrong in a big way, but not just Kenyon. And because I saw Nick Young do some video after the show mocking the guy and making a whole big joke about it and how Kenyon was doing this and that to this N-word and blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. And that type shit there, look at how the white man and the Asian looking. Do you think there's an Asian out there disparaging this Asian for the position he in, or disparaging Jeremy Lin? Trying to drag his name, trying to tell you how much sorrier he was, or he got punked by Kobe. And see, they don't want a black man to have to talk in front of white folks like this. Why not? It's reality.
And this is going to shock those guys on Gil's Arenas. Kenyon punked all of y'all. He wasn't just punking this young man, because any of you sitting in that room that weren't man enough to say, hey, Kenyon, the guys apologized. You are a multimillionaire. You're the elder statesman on this show. You're the voice of reason. This has gone on enough. The man's apologized. And then someone, and again, none of these guys know.
And I felt like they could have said, bro, that was 2 years ago. That had to be at least 2 years ago, bro, because them niggas been selling us that shit, bro. Why you just saying something now? Oh, I ain't see it. Who fault that is you ain't see it? Nigga, them folks tagged all us. That is something that them niggas could have said. Like Kwame was saying, I don't know why Gil and Nick Young sitting right there, and they know. They been new. Yeah, they been new. They was hoping Suge was going to crash out. Hoping they go get an opportunity for the security to stump Suge ass out, throw his ass out in the middle of L.A. Fuck up the man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bruh. Not saying that they bad people. I'm just saying he kind of right. Somebody could have stepped up. I'm just throwing all kind of extra shit in there just for the effect of it. But in reality, though, he has a point. That was the option. If you knew. Gil say he most likely forgot. Hey, I wouldn't put that past it. If Nick Young knew, could have went on threw that out there. If anybody knew that, hey man, that shit was 2 years ago, bro. If you just seen it and the man sent it to you and he apologized for it, bro, you stopping the show for some shit that's kind of unnecessary. Could have did that on your own show. Now, if they would have did that, that segment would have went a little bit longer, and they probably would have ended the show. And it would have been tension within the office with not just Suge. So sometimes, for the betterment of the company, it was a smart thing that Gil didn't say nothing because, hey, let's just try to diffuse this situation by, okay, hey, right now, Suge gonna be the sacrificial lamb because, hey, you did something wrong. We don't agree with how it's going on, but we can't make this no worse. We need to go on, move on. But it's still a bad look all the way around, depending on the direction that Gil is trying to go towards as far as with the business. They have a backing with, fantasy dog. Or whatever that shit called. No disrespect to it, I just can't think of what the name is right now. I don't really play on those type. So, a potential for a real fight? Like, because what if Suge would have panicked? What if he would have panicked? A lot of niggas would have panicked, bro. Underdog, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. A lot of niggas would have panicked because the way he was talking, like, nigga, he might have just smacked the shit out of him. For real.
Enough about the Bible to say this, but like when a man apologizes to you, scripture's real clear. You need to accept that apology. And you don't get to determine, well, I don't accept it. If this man is sincerely apologizing, he did it privately and he's doing it publicly. Someone in that room, Rashad McCants, Nick Young, was Brandon Jennings in that room, Gilbert Arenas, whoever was in that room should have been like, hey man, we've seen enough here. And so they look like a group of Negroes standing around as Kunta Kinte is getting the skin beaten off his back. And they're all just sitting there, oh, Master, don't do me like that. Oh, Lord, just say your name's Toby and keep it moving. Oh, I don't want Master to do me like that.
Yeah. This is a I don't know if this is a good point. I mean, I don't know if that was a good analogy that he made, but I'm not going to lose the message of what he's trying to say because he used a bad example. You know what I'm saying?
So, Young, I would pipe down big time because Kenyon put a clown suit on everybody. Thank you, gentlemen.
And I agree with that. He did put a clown suit on everybody because it's a bad look just for niggas altogether. Niggas got to, I mean, black people, we got to, well, I ain't going to say we. You got to stop thinking that everything is just, you got to prove that you can beat another nigga ass or that you a man and ain't nobody going to play with you and all that crazy shit. If you going to do all that shit, stay off of the internet, bro. You said this about me in front of everybody. I'm going to say this about, okay, cool. Do it on your channel. Come on, man. Because it looks bad all the way around, but I do think Suge handled it very well. You know what I'm saying? The ego should never get a hold of somebody like, oh, man, I got punked or this and that. Nah, it's all about the respect also. You know what I'm saying? It's about the respect. It ain't about what some other people's did or whatever. It was like, what made you just want to try to humiliate me about some shit that I wasn't trying to humiliate you. I just gave an opinion at one time on my own show before I knew you. So, like, this is creating a hostile work environment because everybody that's going to want to do work for you or be in some type of favoritism or whatever for you, they're going to feel like they got to move around Suge a certain type of way. And if they don't treat him a certain type of way in favor of you, then it's a hostile environment. And it shows an example of why niggas can't never get ahead because we don't know how to control our emotions. Well, I ain't gonna say we because hell, I don't even want to, this is why I don't fuck with niggas. I just like, I mean, come on, bruh. This is why there's not a large variety of people that I'll fuck with. You got to look out for, signs of self-destruction. And every time somebody's self-destructing, they're going to try to find a scapegoat. Yeah. But shout out to Suge. Shout out to Gil. Shout out to the haters that tried to put the motion in play and now they're crying because it didn't go their way. But let's move on to our next breaking story, man. Earlier today, we did a live. If y'all haven't seen it, go check it out. We did a live. We was going over the Afroman trial. We was looking at the ass end of it. They were, the judge was telling the jury what to go look for, and when it comes to defamation. So the jury, I looked at the jury while he was explaining all that, and man, do y'all know it was not one black person in that jury. I was like, oh shit, Afroman in trouble. I ain't lying. Well, you learned it over here, Ed representing. That's why you need to sub up, set your notifications, man. Because, I keep my ears to the streets, man. And we really know what's going on over here. I really know what's going on. But, yeah, that was done before he met him. So, moving on to Afroman, man. So Afroman and the freedom of speech, the lemon pound cake trial is what they called it. And like I said, we was in there earlier. We watched some of the videos that pissed off the cops. Matter of fact, let's watch a video that probably pissed off the cops. We'll take a little clips. We'll watch a couple of clips of videos that pissed off the cops before we tell y'all the actual verdict if you haven't seen it already. And like I say, when I seen the damn jury pool, and all I saw was they had 20 white folks, bro. I don't know if some people were just there to watch the shit, but I seen 2 white folks off to the side, but there were no black folks at all. Not a hint of a nigga in that courtroom, bro. I said, what the fuck kind of...
Threatening a police officer?
I said, what the fuck kind of town goddamn Afroman living in, bro? Damn. In 2026, you in a town where ain't nothing but redneck white folks? The hell out of here. So let's look at the testimony of the pound cake dude. Let's see if there was any more funny moments in these testimonies before we get to the verdict. And if it ain't interesting, I'm going through the ones that are already clipped up. So this one is only 11 minutes. We'll speed it up. And if it ain't really nothing going on in it, we'll skip on to a music video or the next person. So this is the pound cake guy, y'all. This is the pound cake guy. And I don't know if I should show the pound cake video. Do we got the pound cake video on deck? I should have the pound cake video on deck. Yeah, we got it.
Will you help me repair my gate? Will you help me repair my door? Did you find what you was looking for? Will you help me repair my gate and door? Would you like a slice of lemon pound cake? You can take as much as you wanna take. There must be a big mistake. Would you like to have a slice of my lemon pound cake? The warrant says narcotics and kidnapping.
So we'll stop it at that part because that's the guy that's about to come up right now. So he clowned these motherfuckers so bad that all of them want to sue.
SHAW.
Thank you.
And Mr. Cooley, are you currently employed?
No, sir, I'm retired from the sheriff's office.
When did you retire from the sheriff's office?
I originally retired in 2014.
And Afroman made him retire again.
The sheriff, then Kenny Rogers, asked me to come back a couple times. So eventually I did, and I worked up until about 2 months ago.
So up until 2 months ago, you were back as a deputy sheriff?
Yeah, I started out as a part-time deputy, and then as their manpower dropped, I went ahead and took a full-time position to help them for a while.
And that's here in Adams County, correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
When did
Man, seeing the cops that they got in Adams County, boy, I want to make sure I check my route every time I go to Ohio from now on. I am not going through Adams County. Damn, boy. It's a lot of counties around that's just like this, though, y'all. This is America. This is what they consist of.
did you begin with the sheriff's department? Sheriff's office?
It would have been.
Because we found out when the Ahmaud Arbery thing happened, hell, that's what's going on in Brunswick. When we seen how, hold on, man, this is a teachable moment. Y'all, when we seen how, when that young man lost his life, how the news reporters was working with the people and everything. So the dude was he was pretty much a bounty man. Racist as hell. He was tied in with the DA. When it happened she let the man go from the scene. She passed the case off to a friend of hers in the county next to us. They said, we don't see no problem. Then they passed it off to the next county of another friend. And they said, we don't see no problem. And it took the state. It took a whole bunch of niggas to stand up and do all kind of shit to put the pressure on it, to bring it to light. But they had a go along, get along, good old boy, situation going on. And they can do it in any county. And keep the power. Hire their nephews and, all this shit. Y'all seen that first boy that came up and testified? He shouldn't have been in no position of position of authority like that. That's why I'm covering this, man. It's funny and all that, but you got to see the lesson in this shit too.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Okay, long time ago.
Long time ago, yes.
Do you have family here in Adams County?
Yes, sir, I do.
How long have you lived in Adams County?
Over 40 years.
And one of your family members is Justin?
Yes, sir, that's my youngest son.
And he's another plaintiff in this case?
Yes, sir, he is.
You work?
Oh, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? He training his son. He 40 years. He probably 2 generations removed.
Work with him.
And the same thing with them predators that Afroman exposed. That were working right there in the police station.
Him for a while in the Adams County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, I did. Most of the time we were different shifts.
Okay, but I meant you worked for the same Sheriff's Department for a while?
Absolutely, yes.
Are you married?
Yes, sir, I am.
How many children?
4, 2 girls and 2 boys.
Did they go to school here in Adams County?
Yes, sir, they did.
Sean, do you remember giving me a call back in late 2022?
Your Honor, I'm going to object here. I do believe he's starting to move into the realm of attorney-client privilege and opening that. If he opens that door, we do intend to exploit it. And so we would just give the court notice that's what we believe is happening at this time.
Thank you for the heads up. See where it goes.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, you don't want that smoke. Because we dealing with a slow motherfucker here. I ain't lying. I ain't going to say he's slow. I don't want to get sued because, But, he getting his ass spanked by Afroman lawyer. We were saying that earlier.
Let me ask the question this way. Were you looking for an attorney in the fall of 2022?
Yes, sir, we all were.
And just in a nutshell, what were you trying to accomplish by contacting a lawyer?
The posts and the things that were put on the internet about us, as far as us being thieves and different things with our image. We had went to the sheriff when this originally started. Mr. Foreman had an attorney, well, he's had 2 attorneys prior to this one. We had the sheriff contacted, try to get it stopped. Then again with the next one, then again with this one. So our only other alternative was to try to file some kind of suit.
And that's why you ultimately decided to file suit to get it to stop?
Yeah, that was our last alternative.
Has it stopped?
It's gotten much worse.
Yeah, because all this started with was a pound cake joke. And you had so much of an ego, you and your department, y'all thugs with guns, going in there and violating this man's rights, and then thought that you had the right to be a victim. Oh, we don't want to get picked on. Well, this man don't want to get his door kicked in. This man don't want to get his gate broken all over a false warrant. You should have did it the right way. If there was someone at that house, if you would have served a warrant by a knock warrant. Now, if you did have a no-knock warrant for all of this fake shit, and then you go in there, you don't find nothing, you had no reason to take the man money from the get-go. You had no reason to disconnect the man's cameras. Everything else I can't argue with. Y'all went through all his pockets. Y'all probably looking. You could have said you were looking for other drugs. Cool. You say what you found. There was no charges filed. Why are you taking the man's money and you looking at his bank statements and all that? You violated the law, but you don't want to follow it, but you want everybody else to follow the law. You love the freedom of speech. When President Trump get up there and call a motherfucker crooked Hillary and what the dude name out there in California, Gavin Newsom, Kamala, what he used to call Ted Cruz, crooked Ted Cruz, love Marco Rubio. You know, when you call people all these names, the person that, you know, a lot of these people love, we can say whatever we want. You libtard, freaking libtard. You could call people whatever the fuck you want with your freedom of speech. Now, there might be consequences to them, but hey, you should have been more funnier. You should have made you some videos.
You were part of the team that executed the warrant on Mr. Foreman's property?
Yes, sir, I was.
Did you steal any money?
No, I did not.
Did you have anything to do with the money that evening?
The only thing I had to do.
The only thing we just watched you do is we just watched your body language. As soon as that man asked you that question, you went to looking all around the room. Why you was making eye contact before this question? Y'all notice that?
With the money, I sat in the kitchen and talked to Mr. Foreman's wife.
Mr. Foreman's wife, Angela?
Yes.
Now, let me just stop you
Or
there.
ex-wife.
Okay.
Which we didn't see none of that on the video, but he might have edited that out.
Thank you. Ex-wife, let me stop you there for just a second. How did Angela Foreman end up being in the kitchen of the home that evening?
I don't know which supervisor it was that let her come in.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this line of questioning. If the search warrant is not going to be an issue, if we want to open that door, then I will ask to present that evidence and make that case. But Mr. Klingler now wants to bring up who everybody is there. So if he wants to open that door, I'm going to ask for the same latitude upon my presentation of the case. And I think the court has already made clear we are not litigating a search warrant.
I'll withdraw the question.
And then y'all notice, because I pointed it out earlier in this live, I mean when we did the earlier live, y'all notice how earlier the fucking judge kept doing all the interjecting. This man having to do his own objections when it comes to they keep trying to go back to the search warrant. Nah, this ain't about the search warrant, remember? This is about defamation. So you would think the judge would keep that same energy.
I don't need to know how she got there, Judge.
Just for everybody's benefits, they spoke pushed beyond what I was willing to do, so let's try to keep it focused. Thank you for withdrawing the questions.
Thank you, Judge.
Take it again.
You were explaining what you had to do.
Yeah, but he didn't have to tell you last time, but you was all over it. Every time I tried to go into anything about how that search warrant went. And don't forget, y'all dismissed that man's lawsuit without even, y'all already dismissed the man's regular lawsuit without any kind of hearing.
With the money that evening, so go ahead.
I was sitting in the kitchen on a stool, I believe. Brian Newland brought in a package that he said contained money, laid it there, and asked me to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
And
so he asked you to keep an eye on the money. That's the young guy that was there. So there's three people that done handled this money. The first person that touched the money, that might be why it went from 5,000 to 46,000. Then the second person touched that money, might have went from 46 to 44, which was you. Then when it got to the station, it might have went from 40 to 40. But he told you to keep an eye on that money. Did you keep an eye on the money? Mr. Lemon Pound Cake.
And
who was in the kitchen? Sorry, who was in the kitchen with you?
Mr. Foreman's wife.
Okay.
Or ex-wife, I'm not sure.
Just the two of you?
He want to put the wife in there. See, his wife stole it. His wife stole the money. And she probably mad as fuck. Like, how the fuck y'all found that money? I've been looking for that shit.
At the time?
Oh, there was people in and out.
Other deputies?
Other deputies coming in and out, going back and forth to their cars to, you know,
to hide the money.
Get different items. I think Sergeant Walters came in at one time and talked to Mr. Foreman on the cell phone.
Okay. So back to the cash. You were asked by Detective Newland to keep an eye on it, and what happened then?
Well, that's what I did, and then a short time later, Mr. Newland came and got it and secured it somewhere.
And that was the extent of your
Yeah, I never touched the money, never was even really close to it.
All right. Now, you mentioned earlier your reason for contacting a lawyer in this case. I want to just jump ahead right now to...
And this shit backfired so much on them. Them little bit of $100 or $1,000 that y'all stole, man, and trying to disconnect this man camera, it cost y'all all of this.
How these posts that referred to you and the other deputies as thieves, has that affected your reputation in the community, do you believe?
Absolutely, there's no doubt it has.
Well, tell us what makes you think that.
You know, to understand that, you got to go back before this happened. We would go on calls. You very seldom ever have any trouble at anybody. Very, very rarely. You might get a drunk that was smart off or something of this nature. Then he starts calling us thieves on the internet, starts selling merchandise with our photo on it. So now when you go into a bar for a call, or something of this nature, then he starts calling us thieves on the internet, starts selling merchandise with our photo on it. So now when you go into a bar for a call, you've got people...
Okay, my bad. He said a bar for a call. For a call. My bad. I forgot they're cops.
They're screaming, hey, you going to steal all of our money, you know, or you go on a call. I had one guy come out of a bedroom after me, call me a thief, and wanted to know why I sold Afroman's money. It just went from being a nice, quiet community, a job you felt safe in, to a place where you had to look over your shoulder every second.
Do you, based on what you've explained and what you've been through, do you think some of these people who called you thieves really thought you were?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Did you receive any phone calls about this?
I would answer the phone at the sheriff's department because they were overwhelmed. I remember one day there was over 300 calls threatening us, calling us thieves. So we would have to go over and help dispatch because they were overwhelmed. There's only 2 dispatchers. So yeah, they didn't call me directly, but I answered the phone. They would cuss me, threaten to kill me, threaten to kill my kids, threaten to kill my wife. And it got to the point to where my wife and my children couldn't even go to Walmart. You couldn't go into a gas station around here. My youngest daughter would hear the dogs bark at night and come in my room, wake me up terrified that somebody was there to kill us.
Damn. Boy, they had their ass under full court pressure. Now, I don't agree with that type of shit. But this is the effect of, you know, sometimes fucking with goddamn celebrities. Shit. When people, if the mass of people are in agreement with them, shit, they'll do the work for a motherfucker.
Because even though they were young, they're still on Facebook. They still see this stuff. And it was...
But ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for these motherfuckers because y'all took advantage of a man and didn't know who it was. And you thought you could just bully another black man. And this is exactly what you motherfuckers get. That'll teach you.
Just one after another after another. And when it would start to slow down, he would go back and do it all over again and get it all stirred again. Just like he did a couple days ago.
Are you?
But he a bad motherfucker to goddamn. I thought that was a bad idea to, you know, to do the shit right before court. I guess that nigga say, hey, let's get this money up before court. We'll let this pay for it. Pay for court.
Aware of posts that are continuing to come out as recently as yesterday?
Some I are.
I'm going to put my objection in place here. It'll take a second. So Ohio law has changed since April of 2025, providing more protections under the anti-stalking.
Sustained.
With that, we would have a 60-day notice.
So
of
I
any evidence.
sustained your objection. You can sit down. Thank you. Like at some point in time, we draw the line. I just drew the line of what's evolving in the public. Like we started this trial yesterday, so let's try to stay before yesterday. You're all doing a fine job.
Thank you, Judge.
Fluid.
Yep.
But the trial can't be that fluid. Sustained.
Are there any other examples that you can think of as you sit here today of ways that these posts about being a thief have affected you in a negative way?
Hey, man, see how white folks can check each other and they ain't got to, you know what I'm saying, get all crazy and shit? You did check the shell, man. All right, bro. I heard you the first time. Sit your ass down.
One of the things that really kind of upset me, I was doing an investigation as a detective, and I had to go all the way up to eastern Ohio on the Pennsylvania border. And when I walked into the deputy's room up there to talk to them, they all knew me, all knew that I've been called a thief, lemon pound cake. You know, it's everywhere. You can go anywhere, and if people recognize you, they start that stuff, whether they're being sarcastic.
Like, hold on, ain't you lemon pound cake? Oh shit!
Or what? But
And has your image, your face been posted on some of these posts along with or in the context of the thief accusation?
Well, according to he has posted my image, yes, several times on the internet. He sold merchandise, sweatshirts, T-shirts, things of that nature at all of his venues.
But the thing about it, the reason it was so, the reason he didn't have to worry about it because it was on the surveillance from his camera. So it's not like he's using your image from somewhere that's not his intellectual property. And that's what you get. That'll teach him. So let's see. We got the guy that the lieutenant. We ain't gonna watch all of this shit though. We'll just check out a little bit of it. We already looked at Lickum Lisa. So who else we got here? Let's go to this guy here.
Would you introduce yourself to the jury, please?
Michael Eastep,
And Mr. Eastep, how are you currently employed?
Adams County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been with the Adams County Sheriff's Office?
Over 24 years.
What's your current position with that office?
Road Patrol Supervisor.
How did you get started in law enforcement?
Through the fire service. Actually, some friends in law enforcement were in the fire service and kind of hung out with them, and that's how I began to take an interest in law enforcement.
So no training, huh? You could just hang out with some friends. Wow. So we had one motherfucker that the woman, she went straight out of high school, went into the academy, police within a year, old deputy within 2. One dude that got brought in by his pedophile brother. And you got another guy that just, you know, he was hanging out with some friends and hell, shit, you come over here and be a cop. The other motherfucker got in 40 years ago before they had any qualifications at all. This shit crazy to know that it's people like this around here with power.
You live here in Adams County?
I do.
How long have you been in Adams County?
All my life.
Do you have family here?
I do.
You married?
Yes.
Children?
Yes.
The children go to school here, did they?
Yes.
You were part of the team that executed the search warrant on Mr. Foreman's home, is that right?
Yes.
Did you steal any money from Mr. Foreman's home?
No.
We've seen, you've been here the whole trial so far, the last day and a half, right?
Yes.
You've seen all the exhibits?
Yes.
You saw the exhibits that were just shown to Justin Cooley?
Yes.
Did the posts that we've been talking about here in this trial have any effect on you?
Yes.
Explain what you mean, please.
People that we deal with in providing services into the community has called us out, called me a thief. We assisted with a sort.
I got to see what his what the name that Afroman called him. We'll go find a video for him too.
Service here with another agency, and the people who was inside the residence looked at us and says, why are they allowed to do what they're doing? And then they look at us and say, well, you done it to Afroman, they get by with it, they can do it to us.
Did you ever receive any calls having to do with this case?
Not directly.
Are you aware of calls that were received by dispatch?
Lots of them.
Tell us about that.
My daughter actually works in the dispatch center, along with all the dispatchers that I'm very familiar with, that I work with as co-workers on a day-to-day basis, called and anything from why did you do this to why did you tear down the door, why don't you pay the guy back, you guys are thieves, and on and on and on.
Your Honor, I'm going to object.
Yeah, and y'all don't like that because you don't have an answer for it. Why you had to kick the man door down? Okay, so when you didn't find nothing, why you didn't get the man money back? Okay, I mean pay the man back, reimburse him. Okay, so why when you had the money amount wrong, why does this man have to go through all this trouble to get his money back? Why was his money miscounted? You lost the public trust. You decide to violate this man's rights in every type of way. And you expect the public to trust you? And you blaming it on him because the public don't trust you? And you're expecting the jury who is selected out of your county, and they've been seeing your behavior all the time, you expecting them to rule in your favor? Let's see how that go.
It's hearsay. He was not there. He did not have phone calls. He's hearing them actually third hand the way he's described it. He's hearing them from the idea of from the dispatchers telling him what another person said. So hearsay upon hearsay upon hearsay.
What's the purpose?
The purpose, Judge, is to, my next question was going to be what effect hearing about these calls to dispatch had on Mr. Eastep.
Wait. Just for the jury's benefit, if the content of the calls was an important issue, then we wouldn't let it come in. The speaker here would have testified. But the nature of the call, how it affected him, is probative, relevant in this case. So the general description of the calls in the context of how it affected him is the reason you're allowed to hear, not the accuracy of the call, but the effect on the person. Something else, Mr. Osborne?
No, thank you, Your Honor. Just for the record.
No, you're good. Thank you.
Thank you. So Mr. Eastep, tell us what effect it had on you hearing about these calls that dispatch was receiving about this warrant execution.
It developed a serious concern of safety, not only to me, but the people working with me on those shifts of the days that I was working. Basically, overwhelming of calls that came through. And they were hard able to keep up with what we have going on in the services that we're providing with nonsense phone calls.
Are you aware of any effect that these posts had on the sheriff's website?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. That is beyond the scope and not even relevant to this. The Sheriff's Department is a government agency. You cannot defame a government agency.
Okay. Mr. East.
Okay, so I'm gonna slide up a little bit, and go a little bit towards when they start showing the video. Well, I'm gonna skip it a little bit just to see if there's anything important. Oh yeah, I want to hear cross-examine. My bad. I'm about to get rid of the best part, the cross-examine.
You've been an officer for a very long time, over 21 years.
Actually, over 24 full-time years and over 38 and a half as a certified peace officer statewide.
Okay. And during that time, you've never hid your identity as an officer?
No.
Everybody's seen you out in public?
Yes.
Seen you with your wife and kids?
Yes.
And your wife? Strike that question. And so you wear a uniform while you're on duty?
I do.
And you were a sheriff's deputy in 8/21 of 22?
I was.
Okay. And people have criticized your duties before, correct?
Yes.
And you've been called a lot of names by people in 24 years, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Things worse than a thief, correct?
Name-wise, but not as detrimental how people look at you. I mean, you're seeing, people calling you names directly, but not put out there to be detrimental in something that is criminally related.
So,
what sense that makes, sir? Have you been called more than a thief as a cop? See, he got him all bumbling and stumbling, got his eye twitching and shit. Yeah, you sounded real smart when you had somebody in your favor, questioning you. Now your eyes starting to twitch. trying to figure out what's worse than a thief that you've been called, knowing damn well Afroman ain't the first person that called you a thief. Afroman ain't the first person that called you crooked.
People have come up to you and asked you if you were a thief.
I've had phone calls and I've had it happen.
When was the first time that happened? To you personally during your career?
In my entire career?
Yes.
I never had anything until this came about.
You never had anybody ask you about being a thief and when your wife was charged with theft?
No.
When your wife pled guilty to stealing from her employer?
Tell me why you would do that to the jury.
Your Honor.
He fucked them up, y'all. He said nobody would ever call you a thief when your wife pled out to theft. And he said that shit fast too. Yeah, bitch, you been hurt. You been called a thief before. Fuck you talking about?
I would ask this. Your Honor, I'm asking a question that builds on his reputation. He says he's never been called a thief before, yet he keeps saying that everybody treats him differently. This goes to his reputation. He is used to this. Has happened before. To say that this is the only thing causing the problem has ever hurt his reputation, he's opening up the door so that I can ask the question about what's affecting his reputation.
Thank you. Kramer?
We're not going to, I assume, have a trial about every family member and what every family member of these plaintiffs might have done in their lives. This is a case about these deputies and about Mr. Eastep. It's not about his wife. It's not about his family. We're going to try a case here about what somebody else might or might have done, whether they might or might have not been guilty. It's about what he experienced as a result of these.
And how it affected his reputation.
Yeah, and how it affects his reputation, because how you going to be a cop but your wife out here stealing? Do you treat her like you treat the other thieves? If your wife is a thief, we got to assume that you possibly can be a thief. If you know she's a thief, knowing you're a cop and you've been a cop for over 30-something years, that's what you're trying to brag on. So she ain't no new thief. You met her as a thief. So, yes, people are going to assume you're a thief.
Which is exactly at issue. He is talking about his reputation, how it's been affected. He's opened it up. Your reputation is your entire life. Everything you do in the community, your family affects your reputation. You can't say that you have. If my brother gets in trouble, people ask me about that.
This case is about what he did to his reputation, not about what.
What was his reputation like before this started? Then.
So I thought you play this out in front of jury so they can understand how to separate the evidence. There's no claims here for your benefit, ladies and gentlemen, for family member injury. But how family members' reactions to claims affect a person's relative. So you get to hear that my daughter was upset when I was called a derogative term for the benefit, for the relevance of how it's me. Right? Now, think back to this step. If we allow, and we will, testimony about the wife's prior experience, it only goes not to the character of that person, but how it affects the witness. So, like, we're not here to try to decide whether or not the spouse has a character flaw or not, but how the whole thief reference should play into his claim for damages. Right? Their law school example and arguing with each other is what lawyers do, but you need to understand how to see it. So I'm going to allow this so you can see how it does or does not affect him alone. Just don't get caught up that your spouse's character is your character, because it's not. Enough said, overrule the objection, and then you can renew them as you feel appropriate. Go.
Now, salute to the judge for that one. Salute to the judge for that one now. He broke that down. You got to understand.
He asked the question.
He answered the question.
Salute, Carl Belton. Salute to the tradesman.
Then re-ask it because he shouldn't have.
Okay.
Boy, his eye starting to twitch now, boy. I don't know what he do out there in that field when his eye start to twitch. I know the jury looking at him, boy. I don't know what he'll do when the eye start twitching.
So restating the question, Mr. Eastep, your wife did steal from her employer, correct?
Yes.
And it was a felony sum of money, correct?
Yes.
Which is.
Yeah, you walked in this quicksand, sir. You the one who wanted this lawsuit.
It's over $1,000.
Yes.
And you were.
And that's money that came into your family, right? Yes.
Part of the search of Mr. Foreman's residence, correct?
Yes.
Did you ever have any contact with the money?
I noticed money in a coat pocket and I pointed it out to Detective Newland.
And is that the money that Mr.
Uh-huh. So did you grab you a couple of $100 before you pointed it out to the other deputy and let him grab it first, but you had done seen it in there? Got your little bit. Is that what they saying? Allegedly?
Anyone testified earlier that was upstairs?
That should have been some of it, yes. I didn't do the collection of it.
You just pointed it out in the pocket?
Yes.
Another officer took it out of the pocket?
I assume.
Okay. Do you remember which officer you pointed out?
I told Detective Noodle.
So they all pointing the finger at each other. You found the money, but you let somebody else get it out the pocket, but nobody seen you when you found the money. How ironic that money went from 5,000 to 4,000.
You realize that during that search, everything you said was captured on your body camera?
Absolutely.
Did you ever make derogatory remarks during the search warrant about Mr. Foreman?
Not that I can recall.
See how you just set them up? I can guarantee you they about to play a video of you making a derogatory term towards this man. But you up here suing for defamation? Cut it out.
Mr. Eastep, on October 21st, 2022, did you have body cam on during the search of Mr. Foreman's residence?
Yes.
Okay. Was that body cam active the entire time?
Yes.
Does it have audio and video recording capabilities? Yes. If I show you a clip of that body cam, can you identify it?
Sure.
For the benefit of the record, this would be marked Defense Exhibit B. It would be ACSO35.
Fine.
The hours of body cam footage.
You just have to make a note. Tell me where you're starting it when you're starting the time clock.
Corner in the bottom left-hand corner, it has 8/21/2022. Sorry, 8/21/2022, starting at 20:56:02.
That's where you're going to start playing.
Actually, Your Honor, I'm not right here. It would be starting at 20:56:00.
Thank you.
Mr. Eastep, I'm going to ask you a few questions before I play this. Can you see what's been marked Exhibit B?
Yes.
So, when your body cam is recorded, does it record in color?
Yes.
Does it also record in black and white?
Yes.
Okay. Now, looking at this, does this appear, as you can recall it, to be the inside of Mr. Foreman's bedroom?
Yes.
And is the... I don't know why is it. Can you search?
Yes.
So this would be a copy, a segment of your body cam taken that day?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm going to approach.
What's it have to do with?
It has to do with what I think might be coming up. I wasn't aware that this was going to be shown, but I'm concerned about something.
Sure. Stand up, don't leave. Just stretch. Go on your chair.
Mr. Eastep, this is your body cam from that date and time we talked about earlier?
It's a body cam. I mean, I can't identify the person. I mean, the number is...
So that is your body cam?
Yes.
What is he doing?
I'm going to stop it for a second, just for the sake of context, as there is things happening sort of below the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Were you searching through CDs?
Yes.
And DVDs?
I looked at them and like really searched through them.
But that's what you're looking at right now?
Yeah.
I never overlooked that stuff because some stuff I think was mentioned in there. Well, he's denying
On your body cam during an official search, you called Mr. Foreman a sex addict?
I couldn't clarify her addict. I couldn't clarify.
Would you like me to replay it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You on video. You just called the man a sex addict.
Mr. Bike, can we turn up the volume?
Those CDs must have been some pornos.
For the sake of the record, since this is roughly about a little under 3 minutes long, we're going to just back up and play some. Thank you, Mr. Bike.
Now, what kind of drugs and kidnap victims are you trying to find on this man's computer or his camera system?
For the sake of the record, I'm going to start the playback at 33 seconds in.
Under Brock, I looked at stuff because some of the stuff I think was mentioned in there. Well, he was denied it. So,
Mr. Eastham, do I need to play it again?
I still can't decipher it. I mean, whatever.
Can we get the hearing aids from Mr. Eastham?
They said they're gonna get some hearing aids for him. Yeah, nigga, we'll give you some motherfucking we'll give you some headphones so you can hear it.
Mike, we're gonna give you a hearing here. This
That'd be
should have a
good.
better thing. Can you hear me, Mr. Eastham? Is it too loud for you?
You turn that down.
There's a dial on your
What you're in the
Center.
right. Kind of.
Did you grab Mr. Eastham? Okay, we're starting at 38 seconds in after stopping.
under Brock, so,
Were you able to hear at that time, Mr.
well, he was denied it. So,
Were you able to hear at that time, Mr.
Yeah.
Eastham? Would you agree that you called Mr. Foreman a sex addict?
Yeah.
You would agree that this is a public record?
Yes.
So the body cam is available to the public?
Upon request.
Okay. And Mr. Foreman cannot edit any of it, can he?
No.
Got him. Got him, y'all. Hey, I might need to clip up that goddamn that Justin in clip for points like this. Got him, y'all. So you can defame this man's name, and it can be available to the public, and anybody can get it and make fun of him if he want to, but he can't do it to you.
Do you believe how you do your job duties reflects on your reputation?
Yes.
So someone seeing this could reflect badly on your reputation based on what you did?
Possibly.
Right. Yeah, that man didn't have to say nothing to fuck up your reputation. Your wife a thief. You on here talking shit about people when you doing an illegal search. Yeah. Good job, attorney.
Now, this is going to be very stupid questions, but Mr. Klingler referred to previous posts when he was asking you about how they affected you. Did any of those posts name you by name?
No.
They just referred generally to the Adams County Sheriff's Office? So you're just seeking damages based upon what he said about the Sheriff's Department?
No. It's what's been directed to me.
What was directed to you?
Being called a thief.
Okay. Other than that, anything else?
No.
Was there a direct post of you being called a thief?
No. Just directed by people in the community.
Oh, nah, you ain't getting no part of that. Now, who is this dude here?
Mr. Eastep, I'd like to take a look at the screen in front of you. You're going to see what's been marked Defense Exhibit C. Have you seen that post?
Yes.
And that is the singular post that Mr. Foreman made in reference to you, correct?
Yes.
Where you were called, and I quote, Colonel King Kong Bundy.
Yes.
King Kong Bundy was a wrestler, correct?
Yes.
Dan Goodwin, correct?
I don't know about that. Can't answer that.
Which that's kind of old school joke there.
There was a t-shirt made calling you King Kong Bundy, correct?
Yes.
You told me about an incident where a friend of yours made a joke about that, correct?
It wasn't a friend. It was one of the firemen on the fire department that I was chief of.
He got people in the fire department like, hey, King Kong Bundy, that was funny. And he getting mad.
One of them wore a shirt to the Christmas party?
Mm-hmm.
They thought it was a joke, correct?
I don't know if they thought it was a joke. I mean, I don't know what the true intent of it was, but they wore it. I saw it.
Have you ever had jokes made at your expense?
Oh, yeah.
Made jokes at other people's expense?
Yeah.
So it's a reasonable assumption they bought it as a joke against you?
I would hope.
So he had his own co-workers coming to work with the shirt on, calling him King Kong. I mean, that's an innocent joke, bro. He feels stupid now that he done spent all his money on this lawyer, thinking that he can get a part of this lawsuit, and the only thing you been called is King Kong Bundy. and nobody directly called you a thief?
But it's not a good joke.
And we'll wrap up that day. So after the search, you went home, correct?
Yes.
And you left directly from the search to go home?
Yes.
After a 19-hour shift?
Yes.
No further questions, John.
That's all we need to hear. We don't even need to hear your redirect. So let's see what else we got. I think that's about everybody. I think there's one more person crying about his kids got harassed and all that shit. But we ain't got to go through him. So let's see what they were trying to get as far as how much money they was trying to get rewarded, y'all. Let's see that, and then we'll hear the verdict.
When this trial started, I told you it was about intentional lies that are designed to hurt people. It's not about freedom of speech. It's about defamation. It's about false light defamation, intentional lies designed to hurt people. You've heard all the evidence. You've seen the witnesses. I'm not going to go over it. But I will say a few things to underscore what I think is most important for you to keep in mind as this case is turned over to you. From me, from the plaintiffs, to you. Mr. Foreman perpetuated lies intentionally, repeatedly, over 3.5 years on the internet about these 7 brave deputy sheriffs who've lived in this county for years, risked their lives for this county for years, done their job, been in the community for many, many years. Mr. Foreman did it intentionally. Mr. Foreman knew that what he posted on the internet were lies. He knew there was no theft. He knew there was no sex with Randy Walter's wife. And he certainly knew all of the stuff he's repeatedly posted about Lisa Phillips up until Friday.
Nah, we already knew that Lisa Phillips, you talking about licking Lisa?
And probably later, were lies too. What are we going to do about that? Mr. Foreman told you from the witness stand, there's nothing we can do to stop him because he has freedom of speech to lie about people intentionally. During jury selection, we talked about that. And you all agreed that it's not okay to tell an intentional lie about someone that hurts them. We all agreed. The judge is going to tell you that in the law that he gives you. So Mr. Foreman is legally wrong when he says he has free speech to tell harmful lies about people and get away with it. That's just legally wrong. You also told me in jury selection that even if somebody does something to you that hurts you, that you think is wrong, like a search warrant execution that you think was unfair, even if somebody does that to you, you told me, we all agreed, that that doesn't justify telling intentional lies designed to hurt people. That's what you think. That's what the community thinks. It's what decent people think. But Mr. Foreman thinks it's okay to do what he's done over 3.5 years because they executed a search warrant that broke down his door and disconnected his cameras. You heard from the...
Oh, all because they broke the law. He think he could just say anything. He could lie on them. He can't just lie on us because we broke the law.
Witness stand from Mr. Foreman, the callous indifference that he showed to what he's... You are here because you agreed to be here. You showed up on the first day. Not everybody does. A lot of people don't respond to their summons. You did. Plaintiffs a fair amount of money. My remarks by looking into the future here, $1,000 divided among them however you see. For Lisa Phillips, folks, I'm asking you, and again, I'm just showing you Lisa Phillips' form.
I want to see how much they're asking for. So I'm going back a little bit.
This is just an example. You're going to have a different form for each of these plaintiffs. Okay, this one happens to be a verdict form for Lisa Phillips. And I believe the evidence is overwhelming that you'll find in favor of Lisa Phillips. This happens to be her false light claim. There's a separate claim for defamation, a separate form for defamation, and you'll see the jury instructions. Judge Hine has already talked some about that with you. So this is just an example of the verdict form that I'm going to ask you all to sign in favor of Lisa Phillips and all of the plaintiffs on their false light and their defamation claims. Now, there's another form called an interrogatory. And I'm just showing you Lisa Phillips's form. And it says, we, the jury, find damages for plaintiff as follows. And then it gives a little description of the kind of damages. And there's a line for your decision, and there's signature lines for each of you to sign. For Lisa Phillips, I'm not going to show you every form. For Lisa Phillips, folks, I'm asking you to put $1.5 million in that verdict form.
Say what?
What?
You telling me you want to give Likum Lisa $1.5 million for disconnecting that man's camera?
$0.5 million for Lisa Phillips from what she's been through for 3.5 years. Maybe going through for who knows how long. For Brian Newland, I'm asking you to issue a verdict for $1 million.
You mean the sex offender brother that got the job through his sex offender brother and grabbing on little boys while he holding them in the stove? Trying to make these folks millionaires off of this man hard work.
For what he's been through with his family, the loss of his dream job here in Adams County. For Randy Walters, I'm asking you for a verdict of $1 million.
I think that's the guy that just testified. Yeah, the guy that called him a sex addict. The guy whose wife got convicted of theft.
For what he's been through with the allegations and vile videos about his wife. For the other 4 plaintiffs, Sean Grooms, Sean Cooley.
You mean Sean Grooms? The man that was, fucking prostitutes in the room? Hey, them motherfucking sons will fuck him up.
Justin Cooley and Mike Estep. I'm asking you for a total, for all 4 of them, of $400,000 divided among them however you see fit based on their testimony.
Damn, they only get $400,000 between them, and then you get your fee out of them.
You, of course, can award less. You can issue a verdict for more. That's what I'm asking you to say in your verdict form based on this testimony. Now, let me close my remarks by looking into the future here and looking at the future if there's a verdict for the plaintiffs and you award the plaintiffs a fair amount of money. What happens? The plaintiffs are vindicated. The court of public opinion out there, the press, which I know you haven't been looking at, they don't know the facts. You know the facts. And a verdict for the plaintiff will say, they were wrong, he was wrong. A verdict for the plaintiffs will make up in some way for what they've been through. A verdict for the plaintiffs will say that we don't condone, we don't approve, you can't get away with what Mr. Foreman's done. Not in this community, not in this country. That's not freedom of speech where we live. That's what a verdict for the plaintiffs will say. Let's look at another possible future if there were to be a verdict for the defendant, or if there were to be a verdict with a small amount of money attached to it. In that case, in that world, in that future.
Yeah, what that future will look like.
The world is told what he did is okay. What they went through is no big deal. We don't really care. We think it's fine. That's what a verdict for the defendant or a small verdict would say.
Nah, it'll actually say y'all crooked cops can't get away with this shit. Now, everybody can't go and entertain the world off of their pain. There's 99.9% of the people out here that do not have the talent to do what Afroman did, to be able to repair his door, to be able to repair the things, the fear that y'all put into him, the embarrassment that y'all cause him, the injustice that y'all cause him by not even allowing his lawsuit. So the only way that they can reward him is by letting, hell, he the one should be able to sue. So you making them look at it, hell, well, we let him keep all the money that he done made off of them, hell, because he got to pay for his lawyers and all that. Shout out to this jury, because this is how it end up going. Let's get into the verdict. We heard what this man just asked for. This man just asked for $1,400,000. Man, you gotta be crazy. So
a jury has sided with the rapper Afroman in the civil lawsuit filed against him by Adams County deputies. WCPO 90's reporter Jay Shakur is live outside the courthouse tonight. This verdict, Jay, was read right about 30 minutes ago, and you spoke to Afroman as he was leaving. What's his reaction?
That's right. Afroman had a very emotional reaction. The jury, as you mentioned, siding with the
shout out to Afroman for winning this case.
The rapper Afroman, whose real name is Joseph Foreman, in this case. Here's video from inside the courtroom as this case went on. During closing arguments, the attorney representing the deputies in this case claimed Afroman intentionally lied about and defamed the deputies in his songs, but Afroman's attorneys maintained throughout this trial it is his right to say what he wants to say. This goes back to 2022 when Afroman's home was raided following search warrants related to possession and trafficking in drugs and kidnapping. Though he was never charged, the attorneys for the deputies suing say Afroman used security video from the raid on his home and put it in a music video using deputies' likeness without permission. Again, this jury in Adams County finding he did not defame those deputies. Here's Afroman speaking directly after that verdict.
I didn't win. America won. America still has freedom of speech. It's still for the people, by the people.
Afroman becoming emotional there as he says this fight was bigger than him.
I agree with that. This fight was bigger than him, man, because this just exposed something, man. You know, this really exposed something.
It was about free speech and what he describes as corruption in this sheriff's department. I spoke to one supporter who came all the way from Dallas. I have more on that and more reaction from the rapper tonight at 11. In Adams County, Jay Shakur, WCPO 9 News.
So let's see well, we don't have to see what they were saying actually in the court when they gave him his winning news. We know he won the case, and that's all that matter, man. Now he get to still make money off of these funny videos like this one right here.
Mine eyes seen the corruption of the Adams County cops, stealing money, stealing cake when they make their traffic stops. First they screw you, then they sue you, play games and dismiss your claims. The proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. Mine eyes have seen informants get busted with felonies. Tell the cops I'm a kidnapper and I sell a lot of keys. Raid my house and then get pissed cause the dungeon don't exist. My proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. My gate don't operate and my door is on the floor. My camera's disconnected. Lisa Phillips is a downtown. They take my mama's lemon pound cake. My proof's on the internet. Afro bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. They vandalized my property, my money came up short. They disconnect my cameras because they are a poor sport. They're the predators and the victims, and they're suing me in court. My proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet.
And that's what they don't like, man. That's definitely what they don't like. He still gets to make money off of their humiliation. And here's
I
one
love
of
how he kind of says, hey, we're going to need as many cameras in this room as possible, you know, because they finna bust this big kidnapping drug dealing addict.
Here, there's your door. I got you. Go safe.
What's the other one here?
Drug dealer, your Uncle is a.
So I'm just going on record to state Brian Newland does sleep with underage girls.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. Baby making Brian, newborn Newland. What are you doing? Who are you screwing? He like to drink lean, codeine. Then he got clean. You know what I mean? He joined the Adams County Sheriff Department. Raised your apartment, still in starship. He used to be a stoner with all his friends, but now he pulls them over and he steals their ends. He's a wannabe rapper with no freestyles. Him and his brother William are pedophiles. Before you raid my house and rob me, raid your brother's house. Robbie, arrest your brother. Leave me alone. While you stealing his money, steal me your son. Your brother Robbie, the real drug dealer. Your uncle, the real kidnapper and killer. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys.
So this tells the whole world, and this tells that whole county, that the people sided with what he was saying about these folks. They really feel like you was playing with little boys. They really feel like you know, everything that they said about you is true.
Detective Newland had sex with a minor, stuck his dick in Stephanie Howard's vagina. She was underage at the time. Brian got away with that crime. I caught a family, the pedophile pilgrims. Will you stop sending dick pic Williams? Williams was the police chief of Peebles, sending dick pics to underage people. Fined from the police, tried and convicted, registered sex offender and restricted. He's an Adams County sheriff, and that amount to a pedophile thief that really can't count. You pedophile, you no good rapper, stealing my money, calling me a kidnapper. You better kill that noise and stop holding asses of 10-year-old boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. I never thought one day I'd see a cop with more baby mamas than me. Baby making Brian had a baby by Carly. Cheated on her with a crackhead, thought it was gnarly. Carly jumped on my heart. Now she at my house smoking Bob Marley. Baby making Brian had a baby with Dorothy. Dorothy said Brian Newland wasn't worthy. Pain and drama. Another baby mama to blab with ya, booty grab with ya, penny stab with ya, meet Tabitha. They all live together and inhabit but Brian ruined their lives. They left him. No more sister wives. Now he's a loner on the pay tip, getting pegged by Emily Hayslip.
Oh shit. See, this is what hurt them boys' feelings. Cause he was naming real people, real names. He know all his baby mamas. Then he said he was getting pegged by a woman named Tiffany Haysmith. Oh, man. Say he got more baby mamas than him.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Brian Newland is a flag. He used to play with little toys. Now he plays with little boys.
Well, damn. Yeah, we got, let me see how many more of the videos we got. We seen the pound cake, at least a little bit of it. We ain't got to go through the whole thing. And what else did we have? We had Lick'em Lisa earlier. We'll play a little bit of Lick'em Lisa also before we get out of here. Oh, we also got Shine Grooms. So we got Shine Grooms and Lick'em Lisa.
Either way it go, it's gonna be hard. Ma'am, can you explain what happened? Yes, I was.
So who is Sean Grooms?
Sean Grooms is one of the police officers suing me. In the deposition, he said that he got a divorce because of me. My attorney reached out to his ex-wife, and come to find out, he actually got a divorce because he was having sex with like meth head, crackhead women on duty. He was giving them what I call penis plea deals.
Explain that to me.
I recently got divorced.
Did she divorce you solely because of this?
Not solely, but
What did she say exactly that this played into the divorce?
she was tired of hearing about it. People asking her, was her husband a thief? How could he do something like this?
Sean, she's a Sean, grooms, girls, high on shrooms, drops, his fruit of the looms, a cheap, hotel room, penny bang, bang, ding, ding, dong, fucks him with brooms. Sean Grooms. Sean Grooms, girls high on shrooms, drops his fruit of the looms in cheap hotel rooms. Sean Grooms, girls high on shrooms, drops his fruit of the looms in cheap hotel rooms. Then he bang, bang, ding, ding, dong, fucks him with brooms. Sean Grooms, blame me for his divorce. Not his divorce. But his ex-wife Rhonda said he was having too much intercourse. Sean Grooms, what is he doing now, man? Is an Adams County cop. Oh no. He has sex on duty. Not on duty. With every drug addict he stops. Alright, baby, spread him. Natasha Purden buck naked in the street. She was dancing alone. Not for long. Sean Grooms pulled up. Then he gave her his bone. Oh no, not the nightstick. Sean Grooms, girls high on shrooms, drops his fruit of the looms in cheap hotel rooms. Sean Grooms, girls high on shrooms, drops his fruit of the looms in cheap hotel rooms. Sean Grooms. Oh boy, man, damn, man. Adams County Sheriff named Sean Grooms. Fuck girls on duty off coke and shrooms. He blamed me for his divorce, but he got a divorce for having intercourse with crackheads with a meth head. Trying to put his ex-wife in a deathbed. Sean had a good wife that pleases until he came home with diseases. Now Sean Grooms wanna sue me. Like his crackhead girl, he wanna screw me. I did not mess up your life. I did not cheat on your wife, Sean Grooms. You need to stop grooming the woman you arresting. I'm assuming crooked husband, crooked cop. I caused your divorce. Stop. Sean Grooms, girls high on shrooms, drops his fruit of the looms in cheap hotel rooms. This dude.
So yeah, man, these are the videos that they tried to sue him for. And this is the last one, and this was one that made the woman cry. Oh, she was such a victim. This hurt her feelings so bad.
Lick 'em low, Lisa. Came to town. She ate all the pussy all around. From Adams County to the 275. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Licking every pussy alive. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Eating pussy like pizza. Sometimes she moan. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Eating pussy like pizza. Man or a woman, you really don't know her. I notice her voice is a few octaves lower.
All right, y'all. Yeah, man, that really got under their skin, man. They thought that they can get Afroman out of $3.9 million after they stole this man's money. And like he said, this wasn't just a win for him, man. This was a win for America. Because, you know, this is a win for trolling too. But this is when you troll like this is worth it. I mean, if he would have been doing this just for no reason at all, then I wouldn't have, I was like, nah, that's fucked up. But he exposed so much in this situation. He exposed how there's a police station that has thieves, sex offenders, pedophiles, and just straight up crooked cops that don't do their job, and they just hire a whole bunch of friends and family members and terrorize the community more than any gang can. So there was a valuable lesson in this whole thing, man. It was funny at the same time, but there was a very valuable lesson to be learned here. Yeah, this is definitely a win for trolling, though. Hey, and that shows you, man, don't be messing with all type of folks, man, because that old man is genuinely funny. And like you said, this was a blessing in disguise because it revived his career. It put some money in his pocket. And, now he has the attention on him where if they tried to retaliate, they know that it's going to be bad for him next time. So he did everything smart, man. Shout out to the smart black man for, having confidence in what he was doing. And, man, I hope he's smoking a huge blunt tonight for getting that victory for America, man. We still, America has a small chance of making it. But shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. I appreciate everybody who rocked with me for these stories, man. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas, Uncle Suge, Afroman, and even the Ohio State Police Department, or my bad, the Adams County Police Department. I'm just reviewing everything and just calling it how I see it. I don't mean no harm to nobody. Shout out to Kenyon. Shout out to Jason Whitlock. Please, nobody flag me for, using your video for educational purposes. YouTube, this was for educational purposes. Y'all enjoy y'all night. Salute El Humbro Negro. Salute Turan. Salute 40. Salute everybody else. El Humbro Negro, why every time you come in here, everybody stop typing but you? That'd be weird as hell. Every time you come in, nobody else type but you. And I don't mind you typing. I'm just saying it's crazy how everybody disappear when you come in. What you be doing to everybody? All right, salute the Azita. Salute Mapper. Salute 40 the Splatter. Carl Belton. Salute G Mama Body. Salute. Salute the Helima. Mojo. Mom Boss. Salute. UFO Look Beyond, salute to you. Fresh, salute to you. But y'all have a nice night. Joshua Hawkins, salute. Y'all have a nice night. Salute the Sunflower Intellectual Simpleton also. Everybody that I see that pulled up, I tried to go back as far as possible in my chat. Icy Ice, salute. But I'll catch y'all in the next round. Earz to the Streetz is out y'all area.
Kevin, this is nice.
Jumped up and got dead fresh. Slept like I was on bed rest. Last night I had the best sex, and the bitch gave me turkey neck. I think the bitch took a Percocet, cause I can't believe the way she work her neck. Now the dumb bitch said I'm the first to hit. I put a load in her mouth, she the first to spit. Jumped in the whip, then I'm back to business. Been a couple corners just to find the bitch. I do my dirt dolo, I don't ride with witness. Cause these niggas homo, they be lying and snitching. I be tired of these niggas, never let them ride with me, nigga. I don't need a pussy nigga sitting on the side of me, nigga. I need a thick bitch, that's what it gotta be, nigga. Have a nigga feeling like you want the fucking lottery, nigga. I don't want a pussy nigga calling me, nigga. I just want a bitch that wanna swallow me, nigga. But I don't want a bitch that gonna be stalking a nigga. I don't want a bitch that fuck a lot of you, nigga. Cause a lot of you niggas steady be burning these bitches. And I don't have a lot of time to be learning these bitches. They taking turn with these bitches, yeah. I be curving these bitches. I just want a little head, send the word to these bitches.
Hey, we want a little head, send the word to these bitches. Boss, and Kusha K be the Y'all niggas three funny. Light in the ass, lighter than K money. Pusha K gon' keep eating these instrumentals like a smoke that gas. I got the munchies. Up top, hey, please don't be eggy. Bitch, I'm chillin', I'm coolin' on the attic. Please don't blow it unless you blowin' like beep, beep, beep on the dick like a horn. Hey, shawty like skin and a pussy look orange. Shawty is a freak like them bitches in the porns. Even though she look good and a booty big, shawty pussy deep, you can fit 6 arms. Boy, you better ring the alarm. Co-ed, we done ran through it like a dorm. So many niggas done been up in this bitch, man, it look like children of the corn. Some of this shit she do not know. Hey, spread them legs like Grey Poop pun. Her booty still big like 2 big puns. I run up in it, pussy like run for his run. Hey, polo on my feet, bitch, grapefruit punch. Got a plug on the kicks, these will come out in a month. I pull me a chick, nigga dressed like a monk. She see these pockets on thick like lumps. She know I get money like the first of the month. Hey, tell your nigga chill, you'll be back in a month. Cause you're not the type that a nigga really want. All I want you to do is lick the D like a blunt. Y'all pussy niggas can't walk in my shoes. Couldn't get my chick, couldn't get my man, couldn't get my freak, couldn't get my boo. Cause I hit it like an animal, bitch, I'm from the zoo. Cause down there like a sneeze, I'm blessed, I got you. I'm kick your niggas' asses dressed like Ryu. Bust your head open, see the Pyru. Red, lost his head, lost his dreads. Put on the bed, lost his back, lost his front, lost his arms, lost his leg. You heard what I said, ain't no play, cause we ain't playing. Georgia boys, Georgia men. 100 nigga, you ain't even on the scale of fucking 1 to 10. As a matter of fact, I'm cool like this, I'm cool like that. Bitch, I'm lit, bitch, I'm 5. Accurate, nigga, your pocket sitting on patches. Woo, take your breath, asthmatic, jump, crisscross, knocking your pants backwards. Oh, you don't dance, pow, he big dabbing. Get on these tracks, lean with it, I'm big snapping. Don't forget I'm international, I'm big mapping. Cap flew in the air like he graduated. Boom, boom, beat the beat up, call that masturbating. The bitch ass nigga done dilated, he violated, decapitate him. Swag City BTBG.
Damn, K, man, you could've saved me something. Shit, nigga.